Dare you?
Why are you? He always does this. Just to rub it in my face. I can't even get out of this thing.
What? You got a Rancor too now?
His is bigger.
What?
Yes.
Yours has like big crazy horns and shit.
No, his is the cantina. His is the cantina.
Oh my god.
Edition.
Oh my god.
Listen, he has spikes. Listen, I'm not grateful. I'm very grateful for the adopted. He's got spikes. Look at him. Well, now he won't stop. See, he plays this game. Like I try to catch up to him, and then he just runs away. Stop running.
No, my brother is just the Tard Wrangler of the two of us. He has to lead us around and be like, "Come on, come."
Do you see his spikes? They're orange.
Yes, they are. Quite nifty. And yours has big, gnarly horns. What are you crying about?
No, his are orange.
No, I get that he has the like spikes around his back and stuff that are orange and everything, but you got big, gnarly horns on the freaking head of the Rancor you got. Pretty cool.
No, his are orange.
Did you want what? You wanted orange? An orange spiked Rancor? Would that have made you feel a little better?
No. Where are we going? I'm hungry. There's stuff at a gas station.
This is bullshit. I want Bush. Pan down. We've got Bush.
Oh, hello, pie.
Nothing to see here, please.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Sith, episode 119. Boy, howdy, have we got some stuff for you tonight. Some good, some bad, some God knows what. We will find out for sure, and it's going to be fun. I am your host, The Fractured Filter. Hope you're all doing great tonight. And with me today is, as always, the man. He may not have a plan, but damn, is he here? My friend, my compatriot in all this, Jay Hitman. How are you tonight, sir?
Dude, oh, there, almost died. What? So pumped. 119. I think you hit it on the head. A lot to talk about. Some good, some bad. You before the show just blew my whole main topic I wanted to talk about. So now we don't have to talk about it. We just sweep it under the rug like it never happened. But yeah, a lot to talk about. I'm so excited. A lot of dumb stuff and some good stuff.
Yeah, and for once, we got stuff that dropped in time for our show.
We did. Usually happens Sundays.
Right? So like it is for anybody that hasn't heard, we gotten at least one trailer in particular for Star Wars, The Skeleton Crew. And we do have other things besides that. I want to talk about the mod that I was playing yesterday on stream, a new demo for another game that I just found this morning for another property. And then what's funny is, people re-releasing their games, borking some of it, causing shenanigans. I mean, my word, they just can't help themselves sometimes.
Is the gaming strike still going strong?
As far as I know, yes, the whole SAG after stuff's still going. They're still trying to do something. What that is, we have yet to find out just yet. But we'll wait until once the fires start rising. We may be revisiting it. For now, though.
I guess before we get before we get to the chat, I just want to say, hopefully Static is not in here and he will not tell us to watch Skeleton Crew, because that is
Now he'll do it just out
again,
of spite.
just to spite, or Bradley. Did you watch this trailer?
I haven't watched the trailer yet for Skeleton Crew. No,
You know, it's funny.
I wanted to be fresh. I wanted to be just to be like, all right, let's do this. Let's go.
It's funny that this drops because Friday or Thursday, one of the days this week at work, you know, I was talking to a guy about how, you know, he was like, he did the ranking. He read somewhere, and I don't know, it's probably subjective, but it was a ranking of all the Star Wars shows that Disney has done, and it was in order, and like I don't know where Ahsoka, or he said, I think Andor was like number 1 or number 2 or something like that. Anyway, as long as
that seems to be the popular consensus right now.
Which I have no idea.
Andor's the best of the bunch, from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
We were, when you actually dissect it and look at it, and if you know your lore and stuff like that, it's just as big of a shit show as everything else.
Well,
just because it looks pretty doesn't make it good. Sorry, guys.
Didn't look pretty, and it would have been a good show or a better show if we had found out who the sister was. But that's neither here nor there, right?
That was always my point of contention. Was okay. So what the hell happened to the sister?
You know what I want to do? You know where I was going with this is that, you know, he's talking about how the Acolyte was like,
right.
I don't know, wherever it fell on the list. He did every show, but I forget where the Acolyte landed. But I talked to him about, I was like, well, can't wait for I said, if you thought this Acolyte was good, I said, just wait for Skeleton Crew. You know, the whole non-binary Jude Law, you know, what I think
whatever the crap.
Whatever.
I forgot what. I think one of the kids is supposed to be like non-binary.
Or something like that. But
starting to get into some sketchy territory there, guys.
Yeah. But I made this comment earlier this week. I had no idea that they were still doing it. I hadn't read it. I hadn't read anywhere. I didn't see, you know, it'd been quiet on social media.
A little
bit. Anything on, you know, and so it's just funny you said that this before the show. You said this trailer drops. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. Where's I going? Yeah, but yeah, we're talking about that a bit. Going with that. Oh, I think what we should do, what would be really fun, is instead of ranking them from greatest to least, we should just rank them worst to worst.
Worst to worser.
Yeah. or I guess rate it on a scale of what does the most damage to lore. I think that would be fun.
Dog water, yeah.
But I think Book of Boba would still be number 1 because I don't think it really breaks as much lore as any of the other ones.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
It doesn't just straight up lie, like, you know, it doesn't turn, you know, I mean, we've got Andor, who, you know, is just a copycat of, as we've said, over the years,
changing up the Tuskens.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's not funny.
The Tuskens and all that bullshit. Yeah, you know.
What's funny but not funny is that people that I've talked to who hold, you know, to Disney lore, they actually think Cassian Andor and Jyn Erso stole the Death Star plans, and they have no idea who Kyle Katarn or Jan Ors is. And it's like, you poor soul. Like I like, my heart breaks for them, but I also want to break their heart. And by heart, I mean I want to just like slap them with, you know, just a book of just canon. And like it's so dumbfounding. Well, no, it's, you know, and then, you know, it's like, you know, so I don't know. I think Book of Boba is safe. I don't think, it turns, you know, Boba into this, you know, I don't even
goofball who doesn't even really know what he wants to do, and
no,
it's been making part of the whole thing pointless, you know.
I mean, if you watch Ahsoka, not to go on a tangent, but if you watch Ahsoka and like saw,
what do we do as tangents, sir?
Oh, well, that's all I do. Yeah, I mean, if you saw Thrawn, like, he's nothing special in that show, right? No. And so that when we talk about lore break, it's like you've crapped on his chest and you've smeared it around like Vicks. Instead of Vicks, it's just crap. You're just rubbing it in his chest.
Wow. So Vince McMahon special, gotcha.
Probably. So I just thought it'd be fun just to go for more, because I don't know how you. I mean, It would be tough. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it'd be really tough because like they all break lore in some type of
In
capacity,
some
but it's
way
like
or another.
which and I still reminisce over the time where you said Kenobi was the most destructive, and then we get freaking Acolyte, and it's like, nope,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
But
I think
isn't it funny?
what put them over. I think what put that show over was the Plagueis thing. The Plagueis was what
Bro, but no, it had to have been
put
the
them over.
witches. No, it had to have been the moment they created the twins. And you know what's funny?
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
not
true.
funny,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I want to say this on air, but they said that
Lore
the guy,
wise, yes, but character destruction, no.
God, I mean,
All we got was Plagueis appearing. We didn't. The Kiadi Mundi thing was inserting him somewhere he didn't belong. That's not
physically he couldn't
necessarily
have been
lore
there. He wasn't
destroying, but
born,
yeah, not according to Disney canon.
right? You've
Now he's
destroyed
another
Anakin.
Now he's another long living alien.
You've destroyed Anakin. Anakin's nothing
Yeah.
special.
Point taken.
What else? Plagueis looks like a creeper, a groomer, hiding in a cave.
Like I said, all we got was one shot of Plagueis. We didn't get.
That's all you needed. That's all you needed to totally eviscerate him and make him look just stupid, because they did what he could never have done. He devoted his whole life
to
midichlorians and
great.
And you had three just witch sisters or just witches do what he couldn't do. I will forever. I understand where you come from. I do, but I will forever say until we get another show, Acolyte has done the most damage to not only the characters but lore. I think what sucked about Kenobi was because it was two of the most beloved characters. I mean, you had Vader and Kenobi. Like, I get it, right? But this is done. I will, yeah. So I can't wait for Skeleton. I don't think, and I'm going to say this and then we can get to the chat. I don't know what to expect with Skeleton Crew. I don't know how much more damage they can do that's already been done. What else can you do? What else can you do to damage? I mean, I don't know where it takes place in the timeline, and I don't even think Favreau or Filoni know what a timeline is. We've clearly seen that with Mandalorian and Grogu training with Luke.
Right.
I don't know where this. Do you know? Does I mean, we've done very little research, or we've covered this very little, because I don't think there's ever been a lot about the Skeleton Group. I don't even know where it falls.
No, there's been very little that's been brought out about it. So this is certainly one of our first looks at it. We've only gotten a little details here and there that we'll go into it, but
and then I would say the last thing with Acolyte, not only did it damage lore, but it also defied physics because we had fire in space.
Then there is that too. Yeah. There is that.
And not just, like an explosion, but I'm talking about like a kumbaya fire blowing in the wind.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to the chat really quick here before we do start diving into the topics. Steve was asking, and hey, how's it going, sir? Saying, what game is this? Static did answer that question. And hello, Static. Nerdy Neo in the chat saying, can't stay. We'll watch the replay, but have a good stream. Thank you, sir. We most certainly will. And I'll catch you in the comments. Remember, folks, if you are watching on the replay, please drop a comment. It does help push things out, get the stream out into the algo, because you know what? More people need to hear our madness. It needs to be spread. So please smash the like, comment, all that great stuff. So we're looking forward to it. Fear of FEMA, hello, saying evening all. Evening to you. And hello, Meteor Advocate Timon, saying hey, Fractured Filter, and Hitman. Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. Static was saying, no, you should be watching The Caped Crusader. Yeesh.
No.
Yeesh. Duke Devil, hello. Hitman is trying to rewrite history. It is canon that Andor and Jyn Erso were the true Death Star plan thieves. Well, let me tell you something, brother. He says, I think Skeleton Crew may be post Return of the Jedi. Yeah, the timelines it seems to be more, again, within the kind of more up to date I think they want to lead them into possibly Mando bullshit. We don't know. Hello, Kendon B. How are you? Saying hey, all. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Dang it. Yeah, Duke Devil saying Goonies in space. I was gonna take Raging Rhino's description of a lot of these shows as of late. Babysitters in space, because that's what certainly the Bad Batch was, and I'm sure that's what Skeleton Crew is gonna be. Yeah. Oh, fun times. First thing I want to go into, I want to kind of start off with a bit of a positive. Does that sound good to you?
That's crazy. You usually start with negative.
What I figure is I've got a positive, and then we've got a negative, and then I've got another positive. So I'm going to kind of help balance things out a little bit. And then we'll probably get more into more negatives, but at least we'll have some nice palate cleanse in between some of this stuff. Sound good?
Yes.
All right, cool. So first things first, I want to start off with is the Fallout 4 mod called Fallout Vault 13. I streamed for a good 3 hours playing this demo. It's, I gotta say, pretty well done. There are some little bugs and glitches and stuff like that here or there. That's to be expected with a brick. Can you hear me?
No, I can. You went quiet.
Oh, that was weird. Anyways, bugs and glitches to what you'd expect. That stuff happens. That stuff's going to be kind of the thing. It's a demo. But the thing is this is a pretty expansive. So what they do is for this demo, they keep it very localized to a specific area. You have the availability of going to first. You start out, of course, in Vault 13. And if you're familiar, so this is basically a Fallout 1 remake. If you're familiar with Fallout 1, you'll kind of know where you're going, what you're doing, and stuff like that. But of course, you start out, this is the splash page right here. You do start out in Vault 13. They kind of run you through some of the little bits. The only thing that kind of sucks is that for right now, there's no voice acting in the game at the moment. But that I'm sure is to come. They do have it where you can go to Vault 15, Shady Sands, this con base here that you see, and it was kind of funny because I did get the leather armor in Vault 15, and if you are familiar with the game from Fallout 1, what happens when you run into the cons, and what they'll think you're like one of their buddies returned from the dead. I have to say is that like it is for an early demo. I was having a lot of fun with it. It was pretty cool that they're also kind of having to fill in some blanks for this game, because like it was for the original Fallout, all you really did was kind of go across a canvas map for your travels to cities and locations that you were doing missions for. So they are having to fill in some bits and pieces, some extra towns and stuff like that. And what I had to say was fun was just kind of walking across the desert, encountering what I was. I even got spooked a few times during some of it. Here's Shady Sands, which I thought they did a great job recreating the buildings and stuff like that. Some little random small towns that you come across while traveling. Like I said, the cons and stuff, you do run into them. They have the mission run point. They expanded upon the first area for when you come out of the vault. And it was kind of fun. Like it was just killing a bunch of kind of random little stupid rats and stuff like that. I was really just kind of laughing at how quickly you were attacking. So if you are interested, absolutely, you can go to the Fractured Filter Gaming channel. where I've posted the replay for the stream, and I'll even kind of bring that up really quick. But the thing about this is that you do kind of have to run through a little bit of, especially if you have your Fallout 4 up to date, is that you do have to downgrade it to a previous version of the game. But it's when you go in and checking that stuff out is fairly straightforward. They have video tutorials that walk you through everything and everything like that. So once you kind of check those things out, the videos on how to and all that, very, very easy to do. So basically, like it says, Fallout Vault 13 is an upcoming total conversion mod for Fallout 4. And that's the cool thing, is that it's a total conversion mod. It's not just some little random thing that you go into, a full conversion for Fallout 4 that will be full-fledged remake and reimagining. So sometimes this is where you can kind of get into some iffy territory. But regardless, for now, of the classic Fallout game, the Fallout Vault 13 demo is being released as an early access preview to gather feedback from players. In this demo, you will be able to explore a fully realized version of the Inyo, the first of 5 open world areas that will be in the full version of the mod. Like I said, for even the Inyo area that they have you centralized to is quite large. It was quite the thing to certainly have to kind of walk between these different places, and that's what I was trying to do too. I was trying to keep in the mindset of I haven't unlocked all these areas yet, so I'm gonna first just travel basic, going from point A to point B and trying to find everything and all that. So it was kind of, like I said, it was kind of fun doing that sort of thing all over again. Just doing the exploration, walking across, not doing quick travel or anything like that to try and maybe get to certain areas. And I had to say, like, even getting through like Vault 15 when you get there, because in this demo you will be able to first of 5 open worlds, you will be able to begin the classic Fallout journey, revisit several locations from the original game, Vault 13, 15, Shady Sands, and the Con Base, and explore everywhere in between. So that's definitely what they have you do in the first bit of the game. And let me also then bring up of what I was doing on stream. What I will say, I was, and it's going to sound horrible, but if you're remaking and everything, and hopefully I'm hoping they stay true to what everything was done in the original version of the game, because there was a lot that you got to do. One of the things that I was really kind of debating on was whether or not they should allow I'm trying to remember what it was exactly that I was basically giving my thoughts on the game as I was playing. And like I said, I'm trying to recall all the different things that I was bringing up for that. I just know one of the big things was certainly so in the original game, if anybody, basically you had free reign to, basically interact or basically kill anybody that you wanted. And that even meant too, well, if you happen to run, if there were some kids that pickpocketed you or anything like that, yeah, you could turn the gun on them if you wanted to. I think it was somewhere around here that I was having one of my moments of like, what should they allow or not? I recognized the area, and I was, I don't know. I'm so conflicted on that idea. Because like it all comes down to like what chip thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, the water chip. So the main objective in the game is to collect this water chip within a certain amount of time. I was kind of debating on the idea of maybe, maybe kind of kill that time limit, allow for a little more freedom of playing through the game and stuff like that. It's a hard choice to make, because certainly it's like, it sucks being through a time constraint, but at the same time, it is part of the original game, and to stay faithful to it, at the end of the day, that's probably the better route. Stay faithful to that. Or like I was thinking of the idea, maybe change it to a certain mode, like harder difficulties. Then yes, you had the time limits to acquire the water chip within those certain amount of days that you had. I can see it being very different now, because unlike the original Fallout, where it was a turn-based isometric RPG, and you just did the travels between the places like you did, now you could probably have a little more of an easier time doing some of that stuff as you would in the than you would in the original, for the whole, the way you just basically do travel anyways. So that one was kind of up in the air. I wasn't 100% sure where I stood on that one. Like it is, it certainly had when you go through, I spent a lot of time, probably a great deal of the mod or the stream in Vault 15, because of just how many extra areas, how you were able to then explore it. I do like that they've captured the original Pip-Boy look here. They changed that up completely. I like it. I'm that's great that they've been able to capture that. So yeah, like it was, I spent probably a lot of the stream just trying to get through Vault 15. And then like it is, like I was starting to say, is that in the original, you were able to, how do I say this? Minecraft kids, because the game really allowed for complete freedom. And here's kind of, I ran into some of the kids. I was like, you know what? I got to test something, because I started seeing the kids around the town. I'm like, all right, we've got to find out for sure. Can you? So here I start saving the game, and we will get into. Here we go. I think I pull out the shotgun again, because you know what? I'm demoing it. I'm trying to test things out, but unfortunately, click, nothing. Or I tried doing it. You can kill everybody else. I did test that after the fact. You can kill all the adults and stuff like that, like you normally would. Like you even saw I hit the VATS on a regular person, so I could initiate that, but you could not do it on the kids. You could in the original game. I'm just thinking that because they're working off of the original engine from Fallout 4, and it did not allow you to do that sort of stuff, that might be why. It's not a make or break for me. I think it's just kind of funny. But come on, if you're going to honor the original game, honor it completely. Don't puss out. But so far for this demo, like I said, I spent like you see 3 hours 17 minutes. There was still more I was able to do. There's going to be more missions to get through, like going to a rad scorpion cave to help clear those out, dealing with the cons. I believe I was going to be able to do all that stuff. The NPCs were, especially the ones that are recreating the characters from the games, looked good. I think Roslo here's one. Yeah. And also there's another gentleman in here. I forget his name at the moment. Like I said, here we go. Yeah. There's Tandy, and then get the guy's name. Aradesh. Yeah, I would say it was missing the original Fallout's little face screens and everything, and also it was missing the voice lines. But it'll be curious to see. Hopefully, they do a good job with the voice acting. They really need to nail that. But otherwise, the environment and everything I thought was very well done. Was pretty well done for this. want to be kind of, limiting here. I certainly got myself into a fair bit of trouble here and there. Got spooked, especially when I first came back out of Vault 15, and a big old rad scorpion was waiting right there for me. I was not expecting that. They've got the lock picking. Let me see if I can get the bit where I get spooked. But they're using just the regular Fallout lockpicking. I know for some that's kind of a myth. Not everybody likes that system for it, but yeah, I had to say, for the details and stuff like that, well done. They were smart to keep it just to this localized area. If it is just that, I don't know if how big they're gonna try and make the map and everything. But yeah, here I'm gonna come out. Oh! Not like a giant rad scorpion to kind of get your blood flowing. Fuck you! Thankfully, it did not know how to go upstairs. And I was able to take care of it. There we go. And of course, I had Bloody Mess on, because if you are playing Fallout, you have to have Bloody Mess. It is a necessity. And it exploded. So if you're looking to like reinstall that dirty horror that is Fallout 4, and you want to check out a mod, I'd say definitely give this a go. I still need to get back to it and play the rest of it, see how the rest of it goes through. And there's still like some extra caves and stuff that I didn't go into, because I was like, God damn it, I just went through Vault 15. I've already been through enough of a damn cave system and everything. I'm kind of done with the subterranean life. Let's get to something else. And so I'd say it's worth a check out, even though it's a demo. They're showing that they've got a good potential going, and I'm really looking forward to the future areas, running into super mutants, running into the Brotherhood of Steel. And I really hope that they stay true to the original lore. There will sure be enough people keeping them honest. I'm sure if you want, go to their Discord, but Discords are what they are sometimes, depending on the groups. And there was some pause in the Discord, but hopefully that does not overly influence the game. And again, like I say, they stay true to the original vision and the story and all that jazz. So, like I say, I've got currently just positive vibes for this demo and project. We've talked about it before on the channel, so I'm really hoping that they keep on, and I'm gonna be really interested to play through Fallout 1 remake in Fallout 4. So, did you have any questions there, Hitman?
Does it rival New Vegas? That's all I have to ask.
Like I said, if they stay true to the original Fallout 1 story and everything, and they only just kind of, add some good content in there, yes, I think it would rival New Vegas, because it's recreating Fallout 1, which I think is just. And the one thing that I do hope they allow is the reusage of the original Fallout score. While they kind of remastered stuff and made their own soundtrack for the game. Listen, to me, the Fallout soundtracks for 1 and 2 is just kind of basically still reusing a lot of ones. The soundtrack to me is just really just comfy as all hell. I think it's a really great soundtrack. It really immerses you into the post-apocalyptic hellscape that is, like it is for this. This is like kind of like southern or kind of mid California. It's in California for sure. I just forget the exact locations. I know 2 gets a little more towards like where you can go to San Francisco and stuff like that. I don't know if this is more north or somewhere in between, but regardless, I hope they do allow for that ability to hear to have the original soundtrack play in their mod, because one way or another I'll find a way. Because like I said, I just love that freaking soundtrack to death. So So yes, I would think that this would if they do a good job, it'll rival New Vegas in my opinion.
I don't think it's Fallout unless you get scared in the vault.
There's certainly enough. Yeah, I think they could. I'm trying to remember if there was another vault that you run across in one. I think it's just Vault 15.
I can't tell you how many times I played New Vegas and I literally would get scared at night because I was trying to get the Paladin armor, Brotherhood of the Paladin, and I got lost in the vault and I would get just scared at night, playing like back in the day, midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and just scared because I couldn't get out of the vault, and then creepy things are in the vault.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
I was just also more worried about things on the outside because
and this is the
things were a little more prominent in these original games at times. So I was like, oh shit! Next thing I know, one's just gonna haul up behind me and just rip me apart.
Right. The thing that I don't understand, and I guess I will never understand because I'm not like a devout gamer, is like I just don't understand why we continuously have to go to mods to get good games. Like, what is it about the gaming industry versus just modders? I don't get it. I don't understand like why we are so.
Well, it's everything that we
get
talked
screwed
about,
over.
right?
It is, but it's just it's not bad, but it should send a message to like, and again, like nothing's gonna change because now in this day and age, like all I care about is ESG, DEI, all that. Like, so again, it is what it is. We'll never get any good games going forward. Like I've already come to the realization that's what it is, right? But it's a sad thing when we have to continue to rely on modders and mods of old games to get good games because again, like I don't know, this might be, I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable about Fallout, but I don't know if there's any DEI ESG messaging within Fallout. I don't think there's any DEI ESG messaging within Doom or Gears of War.
I think
Halo.
4, I
maybe
think
4 because that was a little bit.
I think some people
recent,
did point out some iffy things, but it's been a while.
Fallout 4?
Yeah, 4.
Really?
If I remember right, I don't remember all the stuff that has been pointed out, but
but again,
and I haven't played full through Fallout 4 in a while, and I know that they've done lore changes, especially to like the Brotherhood of Steel,
and
everything. Because
I need to get a good mod for New Vegas. We reviewed something, I think, a couple shows ago, but I need to find a good mod. If I could find a really good mod for New Vegas on Steam, I would start streaming it. Because in my opinion, and again, like people disagree with me, but I think New Vegas is peak. But again, I spent a lot of time.
That's a lot of people's opinion.
Well, and I spent a lot of, yeah. So I don't know if I didn't play 76. I didn't play Fallout 4. I refused to play Fallout 4 because I just felt like they were going to screw it up.
Fallout 4 had some good ideas, but like overall the game.
Well, I think Bethesda, if I remember right, Bethesda did Fallout, right? Yeah, they did
Fallout 4.
Yeah,
they did Fallout 3 and 4.
Bethesda had already established a reputation that they currently have when they were doing Fallout 4, and I was just not going to give my money to Bethesda at that time, regardless if they'd done, so I need to find a good mod for Vegas, so I need you to find me one or somebody post one if there is such a thing.
I'll have to keep an eye out.
Well, didn't we review a mod about New Vegas a while ago?
I mean, we've reviewed so many different things at the
Yeah.
moment. I just don't remember everything. So yeah, that's the.
This is a full, like, you can go buy this. You can go get this mod, or is it still?
Yeah.
So go get it.
Yeah, so I know people, and I have my problems with Nexus mods as well. But yeah, you can get this mod over on Nexus. That's where they put it and made it available.
Just don't buy anything from the company we talked about last week. Not Niche Gamer. What was it?
Limited Run Games.
Yes. Yeah, don't.
But yeah, it's over on Nexus. Like I say, I know. Best site in the world. They're really scummy and everything like that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Looks like they have ModDB. I should have. They have it there. They have it there. So ModDB, go there. Another great mod site where you can find a bunch of stuff. I should have gone here. I wish I realized that. I did not. But yeah, ModDB. They have the Fallout Vault 13 mod. You can download the demo there as well. Like I said, you have to do a few things, but otherwise, it's worth it. It's fun. Check it out. Like I said, I'm gonna probably maybe fire up another stream at some point to get through the rest of it, play more of it, because I was liking what I've seen so far. So, a bit of positivity for y'all for the gaming sphere. Yeah, sometimes we do like to keep it positive. Sometimes. All right. Fear Fema said, lost for a minute. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Kendon said, I've beat Fallout 4 once, but never played it again. May need to download this mod. Hey, like I said, it's definitely worth a check out at least once, just to kind of, you know, especially if you are familiar with Fallout 1, if you're a fan and everything. It's really cool kind of revisiting some of these places, seeing it in a much more 3D landscape and being on the more ground level instead of from that, isometric perspective. A lot of fun so far. So looking forward to future updates. I'll try and keep people updated when they come. And Kendon was saying, wasn't planning on buying from LRG anyway, after what happened to Kara. Yeah, that got brought up as well in the comments when I clipped out that segment from last week. And as far as because Carl from RNG Podcast said that they got rid of one of the major weirdos that was at that place. As far as I know, though, even though that the gentleman that we had talked about that got his account initially unbanned, but only 3 years later, I guess after the other guy got, you know, let go or whatever, he left, whatever the case may be. I tried looking into it. No such like apology or anything for the, you know, basically wrongful termination that happened was ever, you know, tried to be course corrected or at least, you know, smoothed over, other than it's just life going on. So I definitely do still see it as a bit of a they were a company that wasn't going to necessarily, I wasn't planning on buying from them anyways, but you know, it just definitely cements things further. Oh, yeah. We ready to bring? Yeah, exactly. Are we ready to bring some pain? A little more pain.
I already know what you're gonna do, so might as well just do it.
Just do it. Do it. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Disney, for dropping this so we can watch this in time. You pricks. All right. Skeleton Crew. Bring on the pain. You can hear it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's test. Will
Okay, look at this. They're making this feel so fucking like this is just an everyday place. Just looking at this looks like
Restart it. What did I missed that?
Like this is just feeling like a regular everyday.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your.
Yeah, I mean, look at, like I said, look at that.
Is that a neighborhood? It's Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Duke Devil says it's Star Wars suburbs. Like, no, that's not.
It's definitely not on Coruscant or.
I mean, look. This looks like you got your side. This feels too much like real life. This should
like
not.
North Carolina.
set the course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No more pretend. I found something buried in the woods.
Wait, do we have our own Jeudy LaForge here?
Yeah. Or Cyclops.
Or Cyclops. Oh, yeah, he has Cyclops.
The woods.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
What do you think it is? I think it's a lost Jedi temple. Hello?
Is this what Stranger Things is like?
I've never seen Stranger Things.
Neither have I. That's why I'm asking chat. Like, chat, is this kind of giving me like the Stranger Things vibes or something? Like, or I mean, I guess like Duke Devil said earlier, Goonies. It's the Goonies. They're going on their own little
Sandlot. Goonies. Probably more Goonies.
Be careful where you...
It's looking like it, Duke.
Stop.
Except maybe the black kid might be the boy? I'm not sure.
Really lost.
Tis dangerous out there in space.
Is that an owl?
It looked like an owl. Yeah, it looks like a freaking owl.
Oh, my goodness. He's probably a Jedi. Is that the K8 or what's the Andor's droid? Cassian.
It looks like a version of those droids almost. Yeah. This is gonna be their more commonly used protocol style droid,
and it's like girl power. They're all girls.
I think so.
Trust no one.
No, I think this kid is a boy.
Be careful, you don't know.
I think
they don't know.
They don't know. That or the elephant thing.
Harry Potter?
What is it? Pirates of the Caribbean. They're stuck in the. Except they got somebody to use the Force to let them out. Yeah, the Jedi is the dog.
That's the dog. With Dave Bautista?
Please, come on, a strange. Oh my God,
who is that? It looks like Dave Bautista.
No, it's Jude Law.
He's ugly. Oh,
streaming December 3rd. Here we go. So pumped.
You know what? I don't know if I'm in the Matrix right now or if this like I just watched this.
Everything is a simulation.
It's almost a joke that they like. This has got to be. This is as real as Back to the Future 4. This isn't real.
It's more real than Back to the Future 4 trailer that you showed me.
Back to the Future 4 is more real than this. This is actually fake. This cannot be a thing. I refuse to believe that this is actually a show.
That was so hokey and like I said, so.
You have Goonies, Mr. Rogers. Well, you have Welcome to the Neighborhood, Goonies, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Trek, and Cyclops. Modern day North Carolina.
Okay. Wasn't sure if there was more. This looks so. This look like they repurposed a script for this is a kids adventure movie, but they're turning it into a TV show.
Is Spielberg doing that? I mean, this is very Spielberg-esque vibes,
right?
That's Mordor in the background, by the way. I didn't know if you knew that. You don't see Mount Doom quite yet, but
No, this is the true way of how Mount Doom was created.
I don't get it. What is the timeline? What's the premise? What, like, they're all girls. There's owl creatures. Jude Law is a Jedi, I'm assuming. Is Headland doing this?
Yeah. Duke says, watch the use of the Force again.
It was literally like Harry Potter.
You're a Jedi.
What am I supposed to be seeing in particular? Other than it
You
looks
just take the key. There's like it's choppy.
Well,
It's literally it's on a fishing line. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. You remember the old JG Wentworth commercials? It's the dollar on the fishing pole.
Yeah.
You're a Jedi.
I mean, he has the key in his hand, so he was the one doing it.
Or was he?
Ah, it is truly one of the special little lame Jedi. Yeah, that's all he can muster too. Yeah, because it was so.
It literally looks like Harry Potter. Look at it.
The music almost. I mean, the music cue almost gives you that kind of.
That's
feeling.
not how the Force works.
Yeah, and what's with this patriarchal white man doing this? Shouldn't it be one of the
Can you imagine if Luke was with the Wampa and he used the Force that slow? He'd be dead. You see a smoothness when he reaches for the lightsaber, uses the Force. It's like straight out into his hand, ignites. No choppiness. This literally looks like a spill out of Harry Potter. You got to unhook it from the wall, and then it's dangles, and then like that's not. Anytime I've seen, obviously on screen, somebody use the Force, there's no choppiness really.
Right.
Luke, yes, because it was in freaking eyes.
Anakin, when he was levitating the fruit, looked better.
Yeah.
Padme.
Luke levitating the rocks were better. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even a Jedi at the time. This has got to be a joke.
This feels so out of place. It really does.
But why is there...
Like I said, a repurposed script for an action-adventure kids movie. That's all I'm getting out of this.
Where's the Sith? This is literally reminds me of E.T. See, like E.T. in the woods.
A little bit, yeah. This part.
Like, did Steven Spielberg write this?
I mean, hokey enough. I'm sure he did.
Like, it's just nothing. And again, we shouldn't be shocked that like nothing feels Star Wars in this.
No, nothing at all.
There's not a singular thing. Not even the Jedi in there. It's a little creepy that they're all girls and then Jude Law's the Jedi.
No, Duke was saying the black kid is a boy.
Maybe he's the non-binary one. Maybe I don't know.
I'm gonna guess the elephant kid or the Cyclops kid. It's gonna be the non-binary.
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
Go
ahead.
It's a spaceship, not a temple. But like, I just don't understand where does this happen? What timeline is this?
Let's see if it says anything in the description. No, it just says get ready for brand new Star Wars adventure. Watch the skeleton. I get, like Duke said earlier, I think it's supposed to be Return of the Jedi after Return of the Jedi.
Where? What planet? What state, I should say? What state or province?
That's not being revealed to us yet.
Look at what Bradley said.
Which Rey never used the Force in such a shaky fashion, but she is all the Jedi. And the guy who directed the MCU Spider-Man movies as a creator. Boo. And
Who,
it's
Sam Raimi?
it's in the Mando timeline. Well, we did see Dave and Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau as producers, so I guess that makes sense. We're gonna tie everything together eventually. I'm just not seeing like this. Like this could be any future.
The only thing
city.
that is Star Wars about this, the only thing that reminds me of Star Wars is like behind the skeleton, the wall panel, and even at best.
What was that?
That was before, I think. I don't know where the skeleton was. Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
That panel. Right. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that resembles somewhat Star Wars, at best.
Oh God, this is gonna be horrible. Hey, OG Star Wars, how's it going? Thanks. Smash the like button, please do, and subscribe, please do.
So bad.
And
here's the thing, you know how they spent all like the biggest thing we wanted to know out of Andor was who's his sister. What's going to happen in this show is we want to know who the skeleton is. Is that Rocket? Is that Rocket? Is that Rocket? Yeah, from the MCU. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I let's watch Acolyte.
Oh, good God, no.
Okay, off the top, like just watching this trailer, do you think it's going to be worse or better?
Dude, I don't know at this point what's going to top Acolyte.
Oh, gosh.
I think to get proven wrong, so I'm not going
to. Did they cover this on the space? I didn't catch the replay. I didn't, wasn't able to see the space last night. Did they cover this at all?
Catch it either.
No. This is bad, dude. But again, it's hard because you don't know what the point of this is going to be. Nothing about it Star Wars. Are these kids? Are they force sensitive? Or are they just kids in the neighborhood?
I mean, at this moment, it's just seeming like kids in the neighborhood.
And I thought Luke, like again, like if did Luke not reestablish?
This is Mando era. Where is Luke?
Yeah, but did Luke not? Luke was the one that reestablished the order, right?
Right.
So where's Luke, and why we could assume Jude Law is a Jedi or Force sensitive because he's using the Force, but like, why is this Jedi? Like, who are these? We don't know, but are these kids Force sensitive? And like, where's Luke? If Luke's the guy,
I'm sure one of them will be. I'm sure.
Well, if Luke's the guy establishing, I mean, after if, and I don't know with Mando is like, has Luke established the order? Like, has he reestablished the Jedi Order after Mando? That timeline?
No, he was still building his shitty little and apparently chasing off Grogu. By giving Goofy ultimatums.
It's like choose your lightsaber or choose your armor. I have no words. This is, I still think
Disney slop. That's all it is at the end of the day.
I'm gonna go watch Book of Boba.
That's a horrible thing.
It's not. It's really not, man. Like when you look at everything that in progression from Book of Boba to now, there's no way that you can disagree with me that Book of Boba is not the best thing they've ever come out with. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you're going to sit here and tell me out of all the shows, one of these shows beats Book of Boba.
Yeah, like the example said, Jedi Jude is probably one of the hundreds of Jedi that survived the Jedi Destroy Order 66.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, I was under the impression that virtually no one survived Order 66.
It was supposed to be so much more scarce.
You can never eradicate a whole race, right? Because if you try to eradicate a race, there's always going to be somebody that's on vacation. So I'm assuming somebody was probably on vacation or holiday during Order 66. But the severity of it, like when you think about it and what you see, I mean, you have the entire 501st descending upon the temple and eradicating it, right? And then they were eradicating Jedi across the universe. So it was a pretty like sad thing. But then we have all these Jedi that's apparently just survived. Like, so it's like it just really again undermines. It makes it look. It makes Palpatine look like an idiot because he let things fall between the cracks.
The walls filled with names of people that survived.
Apparently, Reva, Grogu. The Jedi on the bike. Oh, man. They should just really retcon Order 66 somehow because
they already have.
I get it, but they should really just make it do a World Between Worlds episode and have it never exist because I mean, at this point in time, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Like you think about it, like
none of this matters. None of this matters because all this is a bunch of more campfire stories. Thanks to Dave Filoni.
But think about it though. Like when you think of the 501st, unless I'm mistaken, the 501st is what Anakin brought to. That's what brought up. Fulfilled Order 66. That's a terrifying thought. Like that is not just your, that's not like the Air Force of the Empire. These are like the freaking Delta Squad, Black Op Marines coming in and,
laying waste to a bunch of Jedi.
Doesn't matter. It's all for naught. I'm tired of hearing about these just campfire stories. One, it's stupid. I don't know what it means, and
it just means that
you know what that is. That reminds me of that. What was that? Who's the collector on Marvel? He has all the things in the museum.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. But they'll find trust in each other. I got X-Wings. What do you want to bet Dave Filoni's going to be in one of those X-Wings?
Where's Ahsoka at?
Hey, good question.
She's off somewhere on an island alone with Luke.
Getting their freak on. This is going to be... I'm like it is. I'm not going to watch this, but certainly...
Yes, you will. Yes, you will, because Static will get a hold of you, and Bradley will get a hold of you, and it's going to happen. And then you're going to drag me into the middle of it, and I'm going to, on principle, I'm just going to, just stand my ground and say no, and then I'll end up watching it. Here's the thing. You're going to say, no, I'm not going to watch it.
Stand your ground and not watch it, and then I'm going to probably watch it.
Yeah. You're going to say, I'm not going to watch it, but you're going to end up watching it on social media. Whether it be Twitter, Instagram, you're going to... That's how they get you. Oh, you don't want to watch it? You will. One way or another.
No.
Yeah. You said that about Acolyte, and you said you couldn't because it was like a train wreck.
Well, once we started watching it, yes. Because we got through those initial episodes, yes. I did start just all right, now I'm going to just get through this. I'm watching this train wreck. Let's just finish it off. But,
yeah, but it's like a train wreck.
The thing is that you're not necessarily wrong, though, that by third party, I'll be catching parts of this because I catch Grizzy's streams, and he's always he makes fun of the Disney shills that watch this slop, react to it, and has clips of the show throughout it. So vicariously, I will sadly be watching it in a sense. I may not have all the context for everything.
Oh, you need to go see what Grizzy just posted. Well, it wasn't just posted, but what Grizzy posted about this thing 8 hours ago. On Twitter. I'll send it to you. That's funny. I'll put it in the Discord.
It's oof. It's oof. Like, but I mean, regardless, I'm gonna be trying to stay away from the slop. Let's let it all burn. Yeah, Duke Devil saying Palpatine screwed up Order 66 because he was a Dark Lord of the Sith. If the Emperor was the Empress, Dark Lady of the Sith, all Jedi would definitely be dead. This may be the greatest Star Wars TV show since the Ewok Adventures or Holiday Special. How dare you just besmirch the Holiday Special, sir? And hello, Marvel Purist. I hope I caught you earlier saying, what's up? Oh, we're just going through Star Wars slop. He said, I haven't really watched any of the D23 trailers yet. Brace yourself, sir. Brace yourself. Yeah, it more Static said more Super 8 than Stranger Things, and that's where Duke Devil also said it's combo of Goonies and Stranger Things. Fear of FEMA. Just when you thought Disney couldn't ruin Star Wars more, Duke Devil said it's Pleasantville. It kind of was like Pleasantville, wasn't it? I mean, Jesus. And then, like, you got... I mean, they're not making themselves seem all that separate from the Empire. And that says more of their deconstructionism with even the New Republic. They're making them look bad on top of it. Like, guys, what are you doing? I did see this earlier. Oh,
yeah, Grizzly did.
Hang on. Yeah, let me show that really quick. Oh, I did see this. Who exactly is this show for Disney Lucasfilm? Got good old Herbert the pervert there. Come on to my shuttle, boys. We're gonna have some fun up in here.
Don't. They're doing everything they can to tank this bitch with no survivors. No survivors. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. That was, yes, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. They finally put out their trailer. It's real, everyone. It's happening December 3rd. So pumped. Get tortured. It.
Agreed.
I know what I'll be doing December 3rd.
Not watching this. Okay. Positivity. Something good. Or at least certainly looks good. I haven't gotten Duke Devil saying, Fracture did that voice way too well. I don't know what you're talking about. Mostly on paper, boy. Okay, so like I said, we had our bad. Now let's wait. Peter Advocate Timon, watch Mid Snow White and the Hot Evil Queen trailer. I have no interest.
Watch the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's a movie that will be released in 2026.
Did they have an actual trailer for it, or were they just discussing it?
No, it was at D23. They released it.
I only saw on the Star Wars .com or the Star Wars YouTube channel. All I've seen is the Skeleton Crew and Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Well, you can tell me if this is fake or not, but
well, if custom gamers have it, I guess it might be true. But I guess they haven't. I guess they haven't released the trailer for it though, unless this was like a teaser, just going Mandalorian and Grogu. Yes, it is happening, people. So,
Yeah. They may not have a.
just for Godot, that you know what? I don't get why people think she's so hot. I guess I'm just an odd one. Duke saying some of the trailers are not officially really. Yeah. Mando Grogu only at D23. Same with Daredevil. And I know the the Ironheart trailer leaked. I saw that. That was like nothing but copy like of scenes from the original Iron Man, which I just had to laugh. Okay. Now, here is some positivity, or at least, and again, like I said, it looks good. I did see a person playing it. And credit to, if I can find it again really quick. Yeah. So credit to the channel, Your Fault Game. This was how I found this mod, or this demo. And this demo is Tremors. After all this time, somebody has developed a game for Tremors. If you are unfamiliar with Tremors, great horror comedy from back in the day, from 1990 on the dot, starring Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, R.I.P., and also had Michael Gross, who plays Bert, probably top tier character right there. It also had, funnily enough, the gal Ariana Richards, who anybody that watched Jurassic Park, she's she played Lex. But yeah, somebody has and this is, I mentioned this on when I was closing out with Static. But I mean, now remember, this is an early rebuilt demo, because this is my new Tremors game version, totally remade from zero. The map is huge and full of stuff from the first movie, and that's the way to go about it. You're playing as Kevin Bacon's character, Val, driving around in the truck. Like it is, you find some of the spots that are very similar to the original movie. He does have some video. We'll kind of check out some of the gameplay showcase. And this is using the Unreal Engine. Which, hey, you can't go wrong sometimes with that, even though they're kind of a bunch of tits. But it's free to download. You can donate if you want to. But you can also, so like it is, it'll take you here. You can just hit no thanks. Just take me to the download and you're good to go. You don't have to but I mean, hey, if you want to, you can. It's called Tremors Rebirth, I guess. But now we'll kind of check this out. And yeah, I'm with you, Marvel purist. Tremors GOAT, especially the first movie. Yep. It's definitely one of my favorites, next to like Evil Dead 2. Let's check this out. So yeah, you even get to visit Bert's house. I saw the person playing it when they was playing it came out here. Bert was hanging out by his truck. Although, to me, I thought his house was supposed to be much further away from the town. Because, like he said, so I settled out here to begin with. Geographic isolation. Oh, and here we go. We got the... And you use the... use the pipe bombs to... Oh, there you go. And remember, this is an early demo, so... Timon wants to play as Reba. Well, who knows? Maybe down the line if they keep developing this, we could see that. I gotta say, I'm liking hearing the sound effects. The graboid looks good. I hope they do capture from this, like the way they showed it, like even like a geyser of just freaking blood and everything. Okay, he's showing off some of the the entrails. So, like I said, it's still early in development. I'm very curious to see more of what'll. And here's a little more of the showcase for the gameplay. Like I said, this has definitely been one of my, and I'm surprised it took this long to get a game like based off of graboids, or tremors. So I'm guessing it's kind of the focus of Val and Bert. And you just got the story mode right now. I don't know what more could be added to it. Ooh, maybe plays with a graboid. That could be. Oh no. Get that sort of survivors versus graboid killer game. Kind of like a Dead by Daylight or something like that. But I don't know if I want to give them that kind of idea. You can kind of hear it. They've got the music from the movie, which again, like I said, before I closed out with static in them, this could be some legal troubles from, God, who was it that, I want to say Paramount for some reason, but I don't think that was the exact company behind it. I mean, as you're already kind of seeing, it's definitely got expansive territory. I'm wondering how far out there you can go. That'll be definitely the really curious part. Yeah, who was it Universal? Yeah, Universal Pictures. So I don't know if they're suddenly going to be like, hey, we own these rights and everything. You don't get to distribute this game. Thing is, too, is I do kind of see this like somebody doing like their own little like, hey, look at my, this is basically like my resume sort of deal. But I mean, looking at some of if you're familiar with the movie, so you'll kind of remember what went on, how they started discovering the different death plots and stuff. Ahead of it. The car definitely seems a bit like weighty, like like you see, it still kind of moves while even outside of it. Got Rhonda there. I don't know if it's supposed to be recreating the original or like supposed to be kind of like its own little spiritual sequel sort of deal. But so yeah, this is another kind of good, I'd say. Okay, here we go. We got Edgar Deems up there. That's kind of recreating their first movie, basically. Good thing he was up on that rock. And there's a seismograph. So I'd say definitely cool little things like that. Looks good. And I don't think it needs a whole lot. I mean, it's this kind of recreating the first movie in the game here. So I'm gonna try it out at some point. I may stream it for the first time playthrough just to check it out. So keep an eye out. But are you familiar at all with Tremors, Hitman?
Oh, I've never watched Tremors.
Oh, you should.
But I think it's they like the same sand snakes that were in. They put sand snakes in Star Wars. An acolyte, not
Super
acolyte.
Star Wars that you fought the Sarlacc snake thing. Yeah, but then of
No,
course
Mando. Yeah, Mando had the trimmers.
Oh no, yeah, they called it the crate dragon, but it was.
It was
I
really
kept.
just
I
trimmers.
just thought it was I just thought it was a graboid. Yeah, that's how I saw it.
Are you telling me that I need to?
I don't think need to. I definitely think it should be on a watch list, but you don't have to. If like I said, I think it's a good horror comedy. It doesn't waste much time. It gets to the point A to point B. It's fun. It's got great characters in it. But that's just my opinion. And I don't think I've led you astray yet. But so this is what will lead into that first trailer we watched, since he's talking about getting the grenades. Again, like I said, if you're familiar with the original movie, but I guess this is more of like something certainly for me. Like I said, I love the first movie. The first movie is great. I like the second movie, even though that is getting very much more into schlocky territory. It gets worse after that. I usually just stick to watching Tremors 1 and 2, but 1 is definitely worth a watch, in my opinion. So, this game in particular, I'll have to give it a shot, check it out, see what is going on, and hopefully the person continues to work on it, because I would love to see something. I would love to see this actualized and completed, especially with everything really, I'm trying to look for the right word, but just basically, just completed and 100%. Because you see the little pathing problems here, there, the smoke coming up, even like when they're right underneath the rocks like that. But I mean, it's doing great to show them off in the distance and everything. So yeah, here I am hoping that this person completes it, because they have a lot. There looks like some love is being put into it, even if it's just being remade now from them. So that's the good news. That's the good. We had good, bad, and more good. Now we may be getting into some ugly territory, but like it is, I'll also provide links if I trim this out for anybody that wants to check it out themselves. In fact, anybody right now looking to, I'll drop it in the chat. There's the main website where you can go and download it. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to trying it out. Hopefully it'll pan out. Question now becomes, sir, where do we go? What do we want to do? We torment ourselves with another Star Wars trailer?
Sure, why not? Can't get worse than Skeleton Crew.
Or do we want to move away from Star Wars and onto other things that we have planned? Or at least that I certainly was grabbing topics for and stuff like that.
Well, if you're going to tell me that the trailer is going to be worse than Skeleton Crew, then I'd say just move on to other stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Meteor Advocate Timon says, how about a Tremors versus Gremlins movie? Ooh, that could be entertaining. But I think the Graboids might beat out the Gremlins, because while the Gremlins can be conniving and everything, I don't know if they would devise a way to defeat the Graboids. But that could just be me.
They should make a Gremlin movie that.
No, the creator intentionally tanked the second movie so they wouldn't make any more. He crashed the bit No Survivors, which I think is freaking hilarious and brilliant at the same time.
They should have crashed Back to the Future.
You are just sad about that one, aren't you?
No, I'm glad, but I've spent 2 hours, defending it for nothing because it's not a thing.
Oh well, it's not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. All right, let's see here. What to go to next? Oh my lord. Lord have mercy. Because there's certainly been some shenanigans about. You know what? Let's go into the Doot territory. So, right now, or at least there was going on, was QuakeCon being held by Bethesda and everything, I believe, because they own id Software responsible for Doom. And with that, they had announced. We'll take a look at the trailer. Because I haven't looked at this yet. It's just 59 seconds. So can't go wrong. They announced that they were re-releasing Doom 1 and Doom 2. Why? I don't know. But they did. And with that has come some shenanigans. We'll check out this trailer first really quick. To see what they're pimping out here. Oh, so okay, I was curious about this. They got Andrew Hulshult to do, who had put out on his own YouTube channel. He's done remix tracks of the Doom soundtrack. So that's cool. That's kind of cool that they brought him in to provide the remastered whatever soundtrack. I'm not familiar with Legacy of Rust. That is originally anything like a mod or something. Now they brought in the deathmatch co-op and not needing the mods to do it, I guess. So hopefully the mods aren't totally broken for people. I know Melee Games is gonna be testing that stuff out for sure because he loves checking that stuff out, and I definitely love Brutal Doom. Brutal Doom is my favorite mod to reinstall to revisit Doom 1 and 2 because it's a great freaking mod. Nothing better than getting to brutalize the demons even further than what you could already. So yeah, that's been kind of the thing. They put out this announcement. I could have sworn I put the store page announcement from Steam on here. But like it says, we're simplifying the id Software Steam store listings. We're rounding up id games on Steam for an improved shopping experience. Spanning across multiple decades, id Software's library of work is as vast as it is full of amazing games. However, this means a number of id's offerings have been released or reiterated in ways that can make our digital storefronts a touch confusing. Rather than write out the differences between Final Doom, Ultimate Doom, and just Doom, we're consolidating our Steam library of titles. For those id Software experts that do know all the variations of our games released on Steam, bear with us as we simplify our games appear so that newcomers have an easier time. And here's the plan starting August 10th, which we've already which is today. But they already launched these titles like a day or so ago. We will begin rolling out changes to our Steam store listings for select id Software games. In short, we are consolidating. Okay, so kind of what we already talked about. Below, we'll detail all our plans. Doom will be changing the name of Ultimate Doom, the Steam store page, to Doom 1993. No other major changes are being made to this time. Oh, that makes me curious. Because I know when I was originally looking at some of this, Doom 2 was showing a separate, but not, I didn't see one for Doom 1, and it wasn't, so I'm kind of curious. I'm going to check it really quick on my Steam listings. Let's see, because anybody that had already owned Doom 1 and 2, already got they got the combined version of the game, and that's going to be some extra points later. So right now I'm still seeing just Doom 2 as its own separate page, and not Doom as they're saying here as 1993. Now maybe that'll still come with the alterations that they're doing, but for right now it is still showing regular. Just the Doom 2 pack and and then Doom 2 is separate. But yeah, Doom 2 will include Final Doom and Master. Okay, interesting. Master levels as one install package. Each can be launched separately as follows: Doom 2, Enhanced, Master levels, and Final Doom. Doom 3 will be merged into a package containing the original Doom 3 plus Resurrection of Evil expansion and Doom BFG edition. Interesting. So again, I'm gonna have to. I believe I have Doom 3. Okay. Mine was just the regular Doom 3, but now I have all three versions. I have the regular Doom 3. I have Doom. Here, let me. So yeah, here it is. It's gonna be might be kind of hard to see, but yeah, I do have Doom 3, BFG edition of Doom 3, and then Resurrection of Evil, which I did not originally have. So I kind of got these two expansions and everything for free, as far as I'm aware. Kind of crazy. Kind of a, all goofiness aside. But so then also Quake 2 in its mission packs, the Reckoning and Ground Zero will be merged into one install package. This is the thing. So they do have their Steam bundles now. And for anybody that hasn't, I will always recommend Doom 64. Doom 64 was also was the very first Nintendo 64 game we got. Didn't regret a moment. We had the choice. Had the choices between it and Turok. I think we still chose wisely. But Doom 64 is great. Regardless, they've got their bundles on there. I did see those listed. They've delisted titles. That's kind of an interesting thing, considering usually Steam, any delisted games you still keep that you've purchased, or at least as its own separate thing. But yeah, the Quake 2 demo, Arena demo for Quake 3, Quake 3 Team Arena demo. So they've taken those down. Team Arena, the Final Doom will install with Doom 2. So I guess that's why they have that separated like they do. Still a little goofy though. Still a little goofy. So that is part of that. Now, what I want to go into.
Really quick, if you wanted to, I did find a trailer of Mandalorian and Grogu's trash, but I did post it on Discord.
Okay, let's.
You don't have to. It's bad. I just want to say I was able to find it. Somebody leaked it.
No worries. But thanks again. Melee Games is always providing a whole lot of stuff for content that. But like it is, he's passionate about James. He's passionate about Doom. He's a fellow fan. He's been iffy on certainly Doom Eternal. because of the changes that they've made to how you go about taking down the demons. Because the original kind of thing was you could kill demons with any weapons, while Doom Eternal kind of brought in the whole thing of, you know, you definitely had to use certain tactics, certain weapons that helped out a lot and everything like that. But he started going through it, and like he points out, they merged. So this person was saying, if you ask me, I prefer having the choice of playing the version I desire. Always so definitely a bad move for PC users. And he says, agreed, especially bad that they moved over all reviews as well. Overwhelmingly positive and 15K reviews hours after release. LOL. So yeah, all they did then was so like you see, he's saying overwhelmingly positive on both the recent reviews and everything. But this is I believe for Doom 1. But how could that be? Like he said, when he just released this game and everything, a little weird. So they're definitely a bit of, you know, trying to consolidate reviews, but very disingenuously, because it's not for this new version of the game. Because like it is, there are going to be issues, and issues is certainly what Melee Games was finding with some of this. And let me get those tweets really quick, as he was quick to start getting that out on there. In particular, on the Nintendo Switch. All right. So he says checking out Doom plus Doom 2 on Nintendo Switch. Free download for now for existing owners. I can confirm. Steam, same thing. Downloads as a separate client. Lots of differences. New soundtrack for all games, as we saw from the trailer. Andrew Hulsholt. I think he does great tracks. He did a lot. Also, some stellar intro track that was redoing the one from Doom 64. But I can also then understand, at least they give you the option to switch back to the original soundtrack. New menus. It does give you achievements now, especially for then the achievement hunters out there. Legacy of Rust, new chapter, now playable, and new controls and settings. He has some of the screenshots showing it off here. The Legacy of Rust. So created in collaboration with id Software, Night Dive Studios, and Machine Games. Legacy of Rust is the newest episode for Doom and the first official Doom episode since Doom 2 to feature new demons and weapons. Visajo's Rest, the ancient inscriptions called it, with the meaning of the name lost to time. It wasn't long before the interlopers began calling the land by another New Eden. Just like the Garden of Old, mankind's exile from this newly settled realm was swift and brutal. So that's certainly some of that. So they do like it is remix or the original soundtrack, and just one of the, I guess, little areas from that. And he says concerns that Doom plus Doom 2 would be broken already coming true. Just after posting this tweet, the game crashed on Switch just from attempting to return to the game from the home screen. So even your consoles, people, are not safe from crashes, but plenty of people already know this. And it says, if you're curious what the remix Doom plus, so this is some of the, and I'm already pretty, and I heard it. I was like, oh wait, I think I know who did this. I was confirmed correct from the trailer. Says, what the fuck? Doom Switch won't let you play multiplayer handheld unless you detach the Joy-Cons. So this is certainly some of the Switch problems that are going on for it. And he says the multiplayer at least sort of works, I guess. So here he is playing some of it now. At least was. I guess that's doing a bit of co-op for the missions. So yeah, that, like I said, certainly interesting. I guess over on Steam, no workshop support, no badge support, mandatory change to existing owners. That is a real stick in the craw. And tell me why I should be happy about Doom 1 and 2, especially like it is. You see all this stuff. Each game in Doom plus Doom has Night Dive style vault, which I mean, I guess take that for what it is. Playtime is treated as new on console, but it's merged on Steam. So like it is, he's already probably showing 7 hours in record. I guess not, but so if you aren't happy with the mandatory changes, make sure to update your reviews. Okay, that's what he's saying. That's what he's showing in those reviews. Change those if need be. More weirdness on Steam if overwrote / merged with Doom 1, which is no longer in my library. However, Doom 2 and other Dooms, so that's like what I pointed out. That was part of what they mentioned in their thing about that. So definitely, it's got some of its goofiness to it. Always be cautious, and I don't trust Bethesda. I don't trust its software, current iteration, to do anything else that could be potentially goofy. I'll have to check this out for myself to see how it plays as well. Because I got caught up mostly checking out the what you calls it, the Vault 13. So this will be next on my list to check out. Be cautious, beware. It's very. I don't like it is. I don't like the mandatory change. I think you should have the individual selection to still pick the version you want to play instead of it just being weirdly merged into one. So yeah, that's kind of the news for the Doom re-release. I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it was really necessary. You're again kind of treating your consumers like idiots that they can't figure it out for themselves. It's not that difficult, people. But now the changes have been forcibly made. This is also the problem, I'd say, with digital marketplaces in general. It makes it tough to hold on to the original copy that you want to hold on to because they just forcibly make the changes and you necessarily don't have a say in the matter. So yeah, keep an eye out. Like I said, I'll be checking to see what, if any, other shenanigans is going on. But for right now, that's the story on that. That's why I'm glad I found those. I had those two things as good positive news to get into. Meteor Advocate Timono saying I was a Duke Nukem kid, not Doom. I loved both. I loved Doom for its horror elements and stuff like that. Duke Nukem I loved for the pure machismo fun and just the quotes, basically all the movie quotes and stuff like that. I mean, you can't go wrong. And I played Duke Nukem for the first time on the N64. And we had so much fun playing the multiplayer for that, screwing around, doing different things. Also, doing the whole turning people small, crushing them under your boot. We goofed around. We had so much fun with that. And then I realized, there's the proper version out there. They did censor in the N64 version for like the strippers and stuff like that. And also the women caught in the alien style cocoons. So it was a great time. But I just wish Duke Nukem was treated with a little more respect than what he's gotten. Because
Duke Nukem the rip-off version of Doom?
No, I mean a lot of games were rip-off versions of Doom. It was using, I think, a similar engine, but different style, like I said, different atmosphere to it, much more humorous. Duke Nukem was kind of this. He was kind of like your typical 80s action hero. He was delivering the one-liners and quips as he's killing the aliens or interacting with things in the environment and stuff like that.
Perfect Dark will always be peak.
Perfect Dark is a great first-person shooter for sure, but I'll always be a GoldenEye boy.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was great. But yeah, so like I said, people keep an eye. And so here's the other part of it too, is that as soon as this was announced, I went and hunted down the original copies that there was out there from GOG for Doom 1 and 2 to have as backup. So I personally do have like the GOG copies of it, thankfully, because and the nice thing is with GOG, it's DRM free. It's not linked or has to be online or anything like that. I can install it anytime and play. So I don't have to worry about some of the shit. And then I can just freely mod with the current mods that are certainly out there and haven't been broken yet by Bethesda or id Software. The Star Wars Marvel Pure says Doom was dope. I used to play a lot of Mech Warrior on the CPU back in the day with 56Ks along with TIE Fighter. Dude, 56K, that takes I am so glad when we switched over away from that. I was so happy. Then I was also I was getting into like Star Wars Galaxies and more first person shooters online and stuff. Oh, night and day difference. Night and day difference. It was great. It was wonderful. Then we were on cable modem and everything. I was like, oh, thank God. Don't have to do the annoying sign in and all that crap. Just got to be online and got going. But I guess that was kind of the beginning of the end. If I'm going to be dramatic.
I never got into Doom, and then Dwayne Johnson did the movie, and
Oh,
I thought
God.
it
I heard about that. I've never watched it, but I heard about that.
He turned. It's
It was bad.
terrible. Yeah, and this is coming from a guy who didn't play the game, or had limited exposure to it.
Right. And if it's bad for somebody, for an outsider's perspective, then it's
yeah.
You can only imagine it being worse for being a fan of the series.
Yeah, you didn't watch the movie?
No, Lord, no.
Yeah,
I saw The Rock was in it. I was like, nope.
Yeah. Well, he's the greatest actor of all time. He's worth, more.
The only thing he's good at is cutting promos in the ring. He is not good at acting.
That is true. He's one of the greatest, promo cutters probably out. No, he's pretty good, but yeah, acting not good, dude.
And it's so funny, just different beasts. So it's just really funny. It's like you think it would almost translate well, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Dwayne, knock it off. Make your occasional appearances in WWE. Just keep doing that.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. All right, so continuing on with broken things, and this is kind of an unfortunate thing for the Xbox fans out there, but I cautioned. I had a feeling this company might kind of bork things up, and is our old friends from Aspire. So Battlefront 1 isn't going to be the Battlefront Classic Collection isn't the only thing that they've been borking up. They did bork up. Aspire does it again with Broken Star Wars Bounty Hunter Xbox Achievement.
I did see this.
Much like Aspire's Star Wars Battlefront Collection, Bounty Hunter has an unobtainable Xbox achievement of the worst kind at launch. This is over on trueachievements.com. I think I saw this thanks to Nerdy Neo or somebody in his Discord. If you are thinking about diving into Star Wars Bounty Hunter achievements for a somewhat easy 1000G, you might want to wait for a patch or two. This is part of the problem. Part of the problem, all they have to do, they don't have to fully, bug test their game and everything. Release it, get paid for what they need to get paid for, and then it's like, okay, now we'll start fixing the game. You'll just have to wait a patch or two. Just a patch or two. You'll get it. I experienced the same sort of thing with the Dragon Ball Kakarot game. There was a bugged achievement in that for the one you had to earn for the Nappa fight. I forgot what it was specifically, but yeah. But they patched it. Hey, guys, they patched it. And that was on Steam. Although I don't know if it was Universal. I forget. But anyways, so like Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, which was also developed by Aspire, we're seeing a common thread. Bounty Hunter has an unobtainable Xbox achievement. Sorry for you X-Bones out there. casting a cloud over the Xbox third-person shooter. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection launched earlier this year with one of the worst kinds of unobtainable achievements, a broken platinum-style achievement. Fast forward a few months, and yep, Spire has done it again with Bounty Hunter. The Legend is Born, A Legend is Born achievement, which only unlocks after the player has popped all other achievements. Wow, that sucks. Has been confirmed as unobtainable. So after you've completed all the other achievements, and you're expecting, where's that pop? Where's that pop? Oh, catch you later, Marvel Pierce. Thanks for hanging out, dude. He's saying, got to bounce, brother. You guys keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. We will.
See you later.
And yeah, poor Neo. Poor Neo. But even double check who, like I said, it was from who posted it. It was Dude1286. Dude1286 posted this in Nerdy Neo's Discord. I personally had a laugh because it's again Aspire just fucking up. And I had a feeling they were going to do it somewhere down the line. So, whoop, there it is. All unobtainable achievements are bad, but these platinum trophy style achievements are the worst, as they show that the developer doesn't really care about the Xbox platform or achievements. For those unaware, PlayStation trophy lists often include a special platinum trophy. Yeah, that's the platinum trophy for on the PlayStation is like you're seeing. You've like done everything in the game. You've completed all the other achievements. This one, that's what pops as that like extra. And that's kind of the funny thing. This is the one thing PlayStation kind of led the charge with, was having that ultimate like final trophy that signified, yes, you had done everything for that particular game, other than like the gamer score. They took probably the gamer score idea and turned it into a separate achievement altogether. So, and like it caught on, and I think now that's been kind of a standard for a lot of the achievements out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, please do, but that's my vague understanding of it. Which pops once a player has unlocked all other trophies in the game. Of course, Xbox doesn't have an equivalent achievement, and when the time comes to create Xbox's, I thought they started creating that kind of that complete all thing was for all games. Developer will often copy across the PlayStation trophy list with that platinum trophy. More often than not, the developer forgets to do the work to ensure the platinum trophy style achievement unlocks on Xbox, and it looks like this is happening here. This is now the second time Aspire has launched a Star Wars game with a broken platinum trophy achievement, which is very disappointing. Battlefront Classic Collections Unobtainable did get a fix couple of weeks after launch, so we can likely expect a similar fix for Bounty Hunter. In other Star Wars news, we recently got to go. Okay, fuck off. But yeah, funny enough, Aspire, like I said, Aspire's done it again. They've goofed up another game, another achievement. It's sad, but not unexpected from them at this point. I don't know why anybody would potentially also think otherwise. Yeah, like I knew they had their own little gamer score and stuff like that for the game, or for the Xbox side of things. But yeah, what are your thoughts there, Hitman?
Aspire just is like just trash
At this point. Yeah.
Were they always like that? I feel like have they always been trash, or is it just recently?
Okay, yeah. I mean, they failed to deliver on what they, I believe, promised, which was the expanded content mod for Knights of the Republic 2. Yeah. Never delivered on that, and I guess couldn't, or something, whatever you want to say.
Wouldn't.
But they dropped the ball and never delivered on that, even though I think that was certainly why people were wanting to pick it up on the Switch, other than having it as a portable. But now it's like, hey, just, if you want, a Steam Deck is probably a better option, especially if you want to still mod your games. It allows that ability because also The Steam Workshop is the thing, and that's where certainly the expanded content mod is. You can install it, bada bing, bada boom, away you go. So, yeah.
Well, that's the other thing, man. And like with, I mean, not the whole Steam Deck thing.
They completely destroyed the like they pointing out. Besides the trophy, they I believe had borked performance issues regarding Battlefront Classic Collection, and it was problems with like crossplay and all that sort of stuff. So that was the other thing. And now Bounty Hunter is having his problems from Aspire for their achievements. I don't know if there's been anything else in regards to that.
When you play games, are you playing it for the achievement, or are you just playing it for the gameplay? Because I know there's a lot of gamers out there that simply play games because they want to unlock trophies and everything.
Yeah, Nerdy Neos is one of those guys. He loves his achievement hunting.
Right. So it's
but myself personally, I mean, I go into I look at the game first. Mm-hmm. Achievements are kind of an afterthought for me. If I play through a game, I like to just experience it, and then when I earn the achievements, cool. If I happen to, and if not, oh well. And if I like the game enough, that is where I will try and play back through, earn other achievements, complete them, and stuff like that. So for me, it's mainly about the game first.
I guess I just don't understand why are there so many bugs? I mean, like, okay, so I don't know. I just feel like you should, before you release a game, you should unequivocally make sure that, like, I don't know, there's no bugs. I don't know. Like, is that even one? I guess the question would be: is that even possible to release a game without any bugs? And if it is, then why are they releasing games before?
It's almost impossible to release a 100% bugless game. You can you're gonna run into problems one way or another, because especially when it comes to like PC gaming, people all have different rigs, different setups, and stuff like that. So that's dealing with different.
But for sure, it seems like it's more and more of an occurrence in this generation of like, well, let's just get it out to mass. Let's just get it to the shelves, and we'll just release a batch and hopefully fix the bug, instead of taking the time to make sure that it's as bugless as it can possibly be.
As one, right. No, I
don't get it.
Like, that should be the mindset. That should be the goal especially like, I mean, this isn't necessarily game breaking. This isn't like a really like because I mean, achievements are kind of like an extra thing that you get to do, earn, and
no. But do you think it's a niche? Is it a niche market, or is there a lot of gamers like?
No, I would say there's a lot of gamers that like their achievements. Yes, so I do think it should have been something that to be corrected certainly before launch. So yes, I think for achievements, that should be one of the things that is certainly maybe not like the top priority, but at least certainly like a priority to have working correctly for your launch and not having to release some patch.
So is Aspire just, I mean, are they the ones, I guess I missed I missed it. Are they the ones that are releasing the game?
They're the ones that ported it for new systems, and yes, are releasing it.
So who does the greater burden fall on? Does it fall on Aspire, or does it fall on? It wouldn't fall on whoever originally made the game. If they're
it doesn't fall on the original. It doesn't fall on the original developers, because it's Aspire that's the ones taking the old game and adapting it to newer systems. So it's on them to optimize the game properly to work on these new systems.
Is it a lack of knowledge or just laziness? Like, what is it? Like, I guess I just don't understand for sure. I guess I just don't understand, like, if you're going to mod a game, or if you're going to release a game, why not just take the time to do it right? Like, is it a money thing? Is it a lazy thing? Is it just, well, we just live in a gaming culture of like, we're going to release a game and we're obviously going to have to, is the mindset like, we're going to have to release a batch to fix it, so let's just not do it 100% and hope that the batch would fix it? Like, I guess I just don't understand it. Like, if it's a money thing and they want to get it out, and I don't know. I think if it was me, do it right the first time, and people are going to buy it because they can see the quality of the game, right?
About it, yes.
but you're banking on the fact that, okay, well, it's an old game and we're going to bank on nostalgia and we're going to release it. We're going to hope people are going to buy it, but it's not fully done and we'll just release a batch. Like, it irritates me. Like, if I had, like, I don't play as Call of Duty as much as I did. I really don't. But what irritates me is, like, the amount of, like, updates that, like, you have to go through to play this game. And I get that it's a massive game. I know it's an MMO and I get that, but, like, I hate batches. It's like if I could
Yeah,
play a game that
honest, yeah.
if I could play a game and not have a batch, like, it would be amazing. So I just,
Oh,
like, just do it right the first time. Don't be lazy because now you're just what you I don't know. Like, but here's the thing, man. People are just gonna people are gonna continue to buy games because they want to play them.
that
Like,
it's a sad thing. They want their slop. They want their fix
but
for
I don't
whatever
get it.
new. When you can just wait. But I'd say like you're asking if it's a money thing, if it's this
I
or that.
don't know. I just don't.
It,
I guess I just don't.
it is a combination of things. I would say it's also like a deadline issue. Like they have to make certain deadlines for these games. So then, yes, then it comes like, oh, then they feel rushed. Do they have the money to complete everything that they're doing? Do they have the time to complete everything that they're
But
doing?
it doesn't promote, it doesn't instill confidence in the company though. Like, if
No,
you're Aspire and you pull this, like, and
no. And
again,
you think it's been the problem for like EA and stuff? They keep making these same problems and same mistakes, but
the
the people
gamers are
don't buy it.
equally at fault because they're going to buy it up
I
and
agree.
they're not going to take a stand.
I agree.
As you say, it's like, well, we just want the slop. We'd rather consume slop than not be able to play the game.
Mm.
And I think, I don't know, I sound like a hypocrite because I'm not a PC gamer, but it doesn't instill confidence in the company when you do this kind of stuff. But Aspire's not the only company that does it. It's just an everyday thing. It's like, we'll just bank on the batch. People will update. People are gonna have to update their consoles. Everybody's gonna have to update games, and so you should just expect the batch to fix everything. And that's not how it should be. You should it should be quality over quantity, not quantity over quality. And it should never be like, you should have some sense of, I use the word pride as like, you should take like ownership in your work and you should want to pump out the best game that you can. And if that means, pushing back a deadline, push it back. People, if you present a really good product, people will buy it. But you want to be greedy and you just want to pump it out because you're either lazy or all you want is your money quick. But I don't get it, man. Like, if I was running the company, I'd be like, take the time. Screw your if I was the CEO, I'd be like, screw your deadline, produce this game and produce it to the best of your ability, or I will find somebody to produce it for you.
Right.
And I will promote you out the door. Like, and that's not like hard. It's just like, you should want to produce the best that you can.
Agreed.
The other thing is, like, maybe China's quicker at doing stuff. I don't know.
Not real. No. Game development, regardless, has like a certain time frame at this point. It's like a 5-year development time frame, depending on the game, but like mainly it's usually like a 5-year time frame before they'll get like something out. Sometimes longer. It all depends, but
okay. So it's 5 years versus 6 years. If it's like 5 years to make,
well, that's just it. And sometimes to some people, yeah, if they've announced they're pushing it back to work on the game more, that's gonna be a good thing, right? No, not really, not always, because last I knew, Starfield was still a bland piece of crap. There's exceptions to the rule. That's another set of issues altogether.
Right.
But just things like that. Yeah, it's.
What are your thoughts about Aspire? I've said my rant. I think they're worth.
I think at one point they earned a lot of people's favor for some of the games that they were helping put out on the current platforms. But I think that they think that they can keep writing that, and they are just like so many other companies, just as overly reliant on.
Let me pose a question. I want to pose a question to you. If individual everyday modders can mod a game beautifully or do a really good job, why are these companies not going out and finding these mom and pop modders and hiring
Well,
them?
like I was kind of saying with the Tremors demo, that sometimes the mods and stuff are, for one, some can be passion projects that people are really wanting to develop and put out there. Others are oftentimes too a person's like portfolio for a resume and stuff like that. So you've got kind of a mixed bag going on. And the thing is, though, is that there have been times some companies picked up people that were doing mods. The individual that did the mod for Saints Row 2 for PC to help stabilize a lot of problems, because that port to PC was bad.
Yeah.
But this one individual came along, modded it, and made the game much more playable, much more, smoothed a lot of things out and added a bunch of extra content. He got picked up and worked for on the Agents of Mayhem. Take that for what you will. But there's been people that have modded and done things for Valve. Counter-Strike started as a mod. Dave Defeat started as a mod. Team Fortress started as a mod. Originally for either Quake or Unreal Tournament. I forget which. But
it seems like
did get ported over to Half-Life, and then eventually we got which would be Team Fortress 2. But there are instances where, yes, these game companies do acknowledge this talent out there and we'll pick them up. The problem is that then, those modders and stuff become, groomed by the corporate culture that is part of it. They become assumed by it, and then they're basically.
Well, that's my next question, right?
They can become just as lazy and compliant as the rest of the tards in there.
Do you think that? So, I mean, to segue into that, it's like if they do one, in my mind, they're out. The abilities they're without excuse because they're lazy. They're not going out to find. In my opinion, I don't think they're
right.
More often than not, they're not hiring these individual modders, right? But if they did hire them, is there still going to be a block? Is somebody going to block whatever they produce, right? So I always go back. Yes. I always go back to the comic book industry, right? Because the writer can write whatever story they want to write, but the editor has the final say. So if these modders if Aspire hires an individual modder to do it, is there somebody within the gaming industry or the gaming company that can be like, no, I don't like what they're doing. You need to do what we say, essentially,
yes.
and shut them down.
Yeah.
So does it really disincentivize the individual modder to go and work for Aspire because the potential to be creative is shut down?
About it, yeah, it could. It very well could.
So that's so stupid, though, because then there's this.
Honestly, like now at this point, it's more like you might as well go out and go independent. You could find better success that way.
But that's so hard. It's no different than and this is a really bad example, but it's no different than going against Hollywood and trying to get a movie produced. Like if you they will do everything in their power to shut you down, because if you're competition, they'll squash you like a bug.
Right.
I don't know.
The indie gaming scene's a little different, but I'm sure there's some of its similarities.
How do you boost up if indie gaming is the last great refuge or the last great light, if you will, of the gaming realm, whatever you want to call it? Like, how do you boost the indie? Like, how do you become like more pro indie, and how do you like rise indie up to the level of like,
I don't know if you want to raise it too high of a level personally, but
because if you don't,
I would say just things like this, like us having conversations about people's games, demos, mods, and stuff like that. That'll help elevate things, get more eyes, more attention to those sort of games.
Or just individually fund them, like GoFundMe and Kickstarters and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, I would assume it costs money to create games.
Create your own website. Start taking funding that way. Yeah, there's also the great thing about the internet now is that there's so many alternatives.
My fear is that we're going to eventually run out of old games to mod. Right?
Yeah.
Eventually, so and then what do you do? Like you just, let's create the Men in Black little flashing light and just, forget what the game was originally about and just keep playing it. Like eventually we're gonna run out because our hope
I
cannot
wish you
be
could.
in
I wish there was
our
a way to do
yeah.
that.
Our hope is not in like like I told you, man. I've become cynical doing the show with you because I don't think we'll ever have any good games, right? And we only have X amount of old games that we can mod. So there's got there's got to
There are
be
some good new games out there. It's just very hard
few
to
and far between, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like
I agree.
there, I would be hard pressed to ever find a game that goes to market that doesn't have some type of DEI ESG underlining subliminal messaging in it.
Right.
I don't think it's possible. We've sat here and we've talked about Sweet Baby Inc. We've talked about all that,
Yeah.
I don't think they would allow a game to go to market without sticking their claws into it.
No, you're not wrong.
I mean,
but it's just mainly a matter then of like showing support for those particular groups and hopefully propping them up.
In closing, if you want to move on, do you boycott Aspire going forward, or do you not? Like, what is the old like after reading this article?
Just step away. I guess that's
boycott
a form of
them, or do you just not?
I guess, but I mean, like
stepping away doesn't send a message. I mean, I guess
you aren't giving them your time or your money.
No, but that's on you. That's like recycling, right? Like you can sleep better at night knowing that you're not giving your money to them, but that doesn't really tell other people about how bad they are, what they're not doing.
That's again things like us doing this stream.
No, I get it. I just asked, like, how do you do?
Does
this reach the level of boycotting? Let me ask you that. Has this reached the level of I'm going to now boycott Aspire because?
No, because for people, it's just called. I'll wait for the patch to correct it, and then I can get my Chibi to pop, and then they're good.
Dude, that's so like addict waiting for a hit of drugs,
right? No, I know.
Oh man, I just give me an eighth, man. I just need my eighth, right? Like it's so like it doesn't help anything. Now you're literally because they got you by the cojones. They got you by the colloquial, I can never say that word term. I mean, they got you by the cojones, man. And and now they hold the cards. You no longer hold the cards. You're waiting for them to deal.
Sadly so.
And I don't like.
I don't know. I have no real answer. I wish I did.
No, I know. I don't like. I don't like not being in control of my stuff. And like if I'm in game,
I agree. That's kind of the point for getting a forced conversion thing for the Doom 1 and 2.
It's like, can I have some more porridge, sir? Wait for them to,
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, hello, Everest. Yeah, it does. Hello, Everest Productions. How's it going? Saying y'all came into my feed. What up? I hope you having a good day. We're even though we're kind of going through some slop right now, kind of unfortunately some of the bad news and everything, but we've had some good. We've talked about some good things. So.
What does Sheefster say about this Aspire? Has he looked at this? I'm very curious to see what his thoughts are. Maybe next show.
I don't know.
He's not. You should ask him what his thoughts are.
No, he's not. He's not. But he probably doesn't care. But hello, Everest Productions. Yeah, like I said, we're having a good day. Hope you are too. Thanks for showing up, dropping in, and that we're getting pushed to people's feet. That's pretty cool. And then Everest Production says, I think these companies are afraid to users, modders, because it'd show that modders are more competent than the hired people or company. Absolutely. I think that's why they also, if they do bring them in, it's kind of a way of getting them under their thumb.
Well, that's their fault. That they're idiots. That's their fault.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, 100%.
And that just shows you how broken the industry is. That just shows you how prideful you are. Like, just because you run a company or you don't have all the answers, and you should outsource to other people.
Yep.
That's the whole thing about the talent pool. You want to bring talent in. Just because you're the CEO of Aspire doesn't mean that you should think that you have all the talent. Absolutely not. Go out and outsource talent. But no, you don't want to. And maybe it's a fear thing, man. Maybe because if they did, and they don't follow the invisible DEI, ESG, these guidelines, that we talk about, maybe it's fear that they'll not get funding, because we've talked about, surely they're funded by somebody and something and some
Yeah.
company, BlackRock, I don't know. As a gamer, it really should, like I said, it should really make you think, and you should really, it should irritate you that this is one that they're just, it's just slop. Well, like, do you really want slop, or do you want like a 5-course meal?
Right. Do you actually want something out of it?
Do you want a McDonald's Frosty, or do you want, creme brulee? Like, what do you want? But again, nobody's gonna give up. Nobody's gonna take a stand. Nobody's gonna give up their hobby. Like, I get it, right? And we're all, unless you just quit cold turkey. But
Fear FEMA here said the modders make product that the company can't sell the players. I see why they keep a leash on it. Yeah. Well, that's like I said. That's why they'll bring people in. They'll
But
bring
why
in
is
those
that?
modders to get them under their thumb.
modders are producing things that they can't sell because they're afraid that, like, what?
Well, part of well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like part of what can't sell. I mean,
to the minority or the majority? You mean they can't sell to the majority because they're all indoctrinated, and the minority are the one that are buying the games? Like, who has the, like, who are they appealing to is my question. The minority or the majority?
Oh, they're trying the minority, basically. Like,
It's
people
who
that
they're
aren't
not,
buying your
because
games and stuff like that.
we are the minority, right?
They're pandering to the basically the activist type.
Right.
And they aren't the ones buying these games.
And that's what he means by, like, these modders, they won't pick up what the modders are selling because it's unsellable to the majority, which are the activists and the idealists and all that kind of stuff. Wait, hold on. You mean this game doesn't? Where's the DEI? Where's the DEI in this game? Well, I can't buy it. How did it get to market? We need to boycott it. Shut them down. Cancel them. They're racists and sexists and binaryists.
Static saying, "Hey, don't be like that to the Wendy's Frosty." What did I miss?
I wonder if Static is a person that dips his fries into Frosty.
Well, Static, are you? I already know that
pineapple on his pizza, probably.
I already know Shaka Zulu will put pickles in his Dr. Pepper.
That's just not right.
Thank you.
On every pickles and Dr. Pepper, why?
I don't know. Okay, so here, what are your feelings on oatmeal or raisin cookies?
Oh, elite, essential.
Oh, all right. Well, you are a pro oatmeal and raisin cookie. Gotcha.
Oh, absolutely. That's what made this country great. You kidding me? This country was actually founded. That was actually a secondary thing this country was founded on. Oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't know if you knew that.
The cookie wars continue.
Who doesn't like oatmeal raisin cookies? Or do you eat oatmeal raisin cookies?
I like them. Yeah, I'll eat them. I enjoy them.
See, that's why we're brothers, man. Because we're fighting the fight.
Also loves oatmeal and raisin cookies.
I feel like Static will be a chocolate chip guy.
Well, I like chocolate chip cookies as well, but I don't have any hate towards oatmeal and raisin cookies. I think they're good.
No.
Oh, you don't like chocolate chip cookies? Really?
No. Chocolate chip cookies, terrible. A travesty.
Oh, come on.
Of the highest order. Absolutely.
No. That's you want to talk a traditional cookie.
No. Traditional cookies, oatmeal raisin.
Cookie.
Or really? Grandma, or what is it? The grandma pet? What is the what is it? The granny cake? What is it? The oatmeal? It's like,
the one with the filling.
Yep.
Oh, those are the bomb. Those are great.
But the traditional cookie is not chocolate chip. No, you're crazy.
Really?
House rat crazy. Absolutely. No, oatmeal raisin cookie all the way.
I'm going to put this to the people. I'm going to start a poll.
Nothing like
Yes,
having an
chocolate
oatmeal
chip
raisin cookie.
The traditional one.
Oh. I mean, you might as well put is pineapple on pizza traditional pizza.
All right, I'm starting to pull. I'm putting it to the people. All right, people, cast your
Take
votes.
the blinders off. Dude, and if it has extra raisins in it, it's that. Oh, dude, just so much better. Are you a sugar cookie or the like the is it the sugar cookie or the fluffy? What's the type of cookie that has? It's like the fluffy with the frosting on top. That's not a sugar cookie. What other cookies that? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Like
I
the
don't.
soft, it's a softer type cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones can be kind of dry.
What? I don't know what kind of cookie you're eating. Freaking sugar cookies like shrapnel exploding in your mouth.
Everest Production said, I would never trust Aspire with a Jedi Academy mod. Neither would I. Nothing will beat movie duels. Movie duels ain't bad. I've tried that a bit. I need to check out some of their recent updates. I always played Movie Battles. Movie Battles 2. And I played that around build 18 and 19. And I just have kind of lost track of that one. Static is saying now Hitman is just being un-American with the chocolate chip hate.
Get out of here.
Everest is saying, is that even a question?
What's the question?
About chocolate chip cookie being traditional or not?
Yeah, because it's not.
Well, the people are saying otherwise.
Oh.
Ask that vote, people. Sugar or oatmeal might be more OG.
Yeah.
Your FEMA's doing okay. Well, FEMA, cast your vote, man. Cast your vote.
FEMA coming in clutch.
Everest Productions. I hate sugar cookies.
Yeah, I think sugar cookies are the ones that are
somebody else that knows the movie battle too. Nice.
Sugar cookies are the harder ones, right?
Good question.
I'm looking it up.
Great. Now we're starting. I shouldn't have brought this damn cookie war to
No, it's important. This is like...
Sugar cookies. Okay, so I'm seeing two different styles. There's the sugar cookies with the frosting, and then the sugar cookies that I'm aware of.
Okay, the ones with the frosting. Well, what are those called? Because they're both sugar cookies.
So, like the sugar cookie with the frosting,
soft frosted sugar cookies.
Yeah, and then
regular sugar cookies.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
These ones. I at least every time I get we've got them in the store and stuff, they're always so dry
because they're out of date.
Oh, even when they're fresh.
No,
they're always so dry, and I always have to drink. I always have to have something to drink them down with.
Well, that's the point. You're supposed to drink them with milk. You're supposed to be carrying milk in that water bottle. Oh, they're delightful.
I should be able to eat a cookie just for the sake of eating a cookie.
You can, but it should inspire you to drink milk, though. That's the whole point.
Or, okay, so here's one of my. This is definitely one of my favorites, especially when you add, get that raspberry jam or something in there. Thumbprint cookies. I love these ones. These ones.
What are those?
Thumbprint cookies.
They look weird.
You use your thumb. You make make the indent, and then you put jam.
Oh yeah, I think Pepperidge Farm makes some of those. Maybe.
Possibly. I know this style is more familiar. This style is more
cookie though. I want a little bit of cookie with my filling.
I like the jam. I've added extra raspberry jam when my mom made these cookies. They're great.
Yeah. Sugar cookies always. Sugar cookies and oatmeal raisin, man. Those are, you can't go wrong with them. If you want to be adventurous, make a sandwich out of both of them.
I also enjoyed when
I will quote what was his name? Who was Mon Mothma's husband? Where I
I
say
don't
the
remember.
well, he was Perrin. Chocolate chip cookies are sad and boring. Why must chocolate chip cookies
Wow.
be so sad and boring?
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, to quote Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings.
Well,
Science says that oatmeal raisin cookies are the best, and chocolate chip are just boring,
how dare you?
basically boring, basically
Well,
boring.
well, fans, this has been the last show of the Saturday Night Sith. It was great while it lasted.
We finally have lost our minds and we have diverted to cookie talk. Oh, it only took 119 episodes to finally just go off the
Finally
rails.
break us all.
Star Wars finally broke us to the point. Now we just talk about cookies.
Ever said I used movie duels for my Plagueis movie. Oh, cool. And it comes out well with new render. It'll get PS3 4 graphics. Very cool. Cookies debacle will go to the end of time. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
And I blame Melee K. She's the one that started all this cookie fighting. We didn't have to fight over cookies, but we are. That exact the frosting ones are more biscuity. Yes, I'll agree to that. And he says, I'm a plain sugar cookie guy. Okay. Also, don't leave the snickerdoodle hanging. Oh. What?
Snickerdoodle. What? What's wrong with you? Are you Patrick Starr?
What? Me?
Living under a rock? Snickerdoodle?
I've heard of them. I just don't know if I've had them.
Like
Just
the
check
peanut butter cookies. No, they're not peanut butter. What are they? No.
They're cinnamon. Wait, is that it? Cinnamon
peanut butter, maybe? Yeah. Is that what they are? They have like the cinnamon on them.
I'm now looking up snickerdoodle recipes.
I just think it's hilarious that we're talking about cookies.
Well, the whole cookie debate was brought up again on Static's show that I was hanging out with them. Yeah, so this one is the cinnamon ones. So yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'll just out of randomness, I was like, okay, I'll bring this up to Hitman, see what he thinks.
Dude, Static over just giving us content, man. Love it. No, yeah. I'm just glad that you and I finally agree that oatmeal raisin is essential.
Ever said Mon Mothma's husband was a cuck. He thought, hey, you know what? The great thing about him was that
he was so cynical. Like he gave
everything so sad and boring. I was like, I agree with you. This show is sad and boring. It's sad that they've done the Star Wars universe and it's a boring ass show. He was great for just that one line. I was like,
yeah, that's true. But that line made the show.
Meter Advocate Timon says plain cookies are the traditional, always crunchy. I don't know. When I think of cookies, my brain goes to chocolate chip cookies. I guess that's just me. That's just me. All right, I'll give it another moment and I will end the poll.
You can just end it now because it's going to be oatmeal raisin. Like they're just prime. They're elite.
Well, I didn't put oatmeal raisin on there. All it was if chocolate chip is seen as the traditional.
Well, not yet. Of course, it's going to be skewed in your favor because you didn't put oatmeal raisin.
All right, ended the poll.
End it. Let's go.
So is chocolate chip cookie the traditional cookie? Yes, 80%. No, 20%. So there you have it.
Fake news, CNN.
Well, and that's out of 5 votes. So
yeah. How many times did you vote for it?
How dare you?
4.
I am not a liberal. How dare you? How dare you?
That's funny. That's how they won the election. Everybody voted 14 times each. Let's see.
All
So
right.
what other stuff did we have? You had a couple stuff you want to go over last show. We didn't have time to do, did we? No, we guess we did cover.
No, we got to everything. Yeah, we got to everything last show. I have one more topic here that I thought would be one to go over, because here is something that seems to be as old as time now. And if you aren't familiar, there is the video game series Yakuza, or now kind of going more by its traditional name, Like a Dragon, is getting a TV show adaptation, and by whom? Of all people, Amazon.
Oh,
And the
no.
extra kicker, Amazon's Like a Dragon Yakuza TV show cast reveal that they have never played the games. We wanted to do our own version. Where have I heard that before?
Rings of Power.
Yeah, Rings of Power. Exactly. The cast explained why the team behind the new adaptation actually stopped them from playing the games. Let's find out why. When you fuck off. Excitement is building for the upcoming release of the TV show Like a Dragon Yakuza, Amazon's latest video game adaptation, which hopes to follow in the footsteps of their hit series from earlier this year, Fallout. People like our pal Shaka Zulu would beg otherwise, and also another reviewer out there that I follow. Oh fuck! Why am I blanking on his name now?
Grizzy.
No, not Grizzy. God damn it! I just completely blanked.
Melee K.
No. Because the person was, for one, pointing out a lot of the subversionary stuff within the show, and he was pointing out some of the lore breaking stuff that was going on too. He kind of gave some things a bit of a pass, which I was like, eh. But otherwise, he's been pretty consistent with some. Have a look at my. Hang on. Hate this. Completely broke. Does my brain just like. I hate that. God dang it. Why did of all the damn times for me to just completely have a brain fart? I know once I see it on my list, I'll. Something man. Damn it. Synthetic Man. He also broke down this series a great deal, pointed out some of the shit going on in the show. But yeah, Fallout, that's very debatable. And from what I saw of it, looked like shit. Like I said, broke a lot of lore and everything like that. So I didn't watch the show. I said fuck that. From what I heard, I was like, no. So based on the crime video game series of the same name, Prime Video show will see actor Ryoma Takeuchi take on the lead role of Kiryu, a fearless Yakuza warrior spanning 2 timelines. Oh boy, 2 timelines. What? We will see how his actions affect not only the criminal underworld, but his relationship with childhood friend Akira Nishikiyama, who here is portrayed by Kento Kaku. Speaking to Games Radar Plus at SDCC via translators, following the reveal of the show's first teaser trailer, the actor duo spoke passionately about the series, but had arguably a surprising answer when we asked them whether they played the games ahead of shooting, either for research or just for fun. Not only has both of them never played the Yakuza games, but as Takeuchi revealed, the team behind the new Amazon show actually asked them to avoid doing so. As he explained, though, they had their reasons. Quote, I know these games. Everybody in the world knows these games, but I haven't played them. I'd like to try them, but they had to stop me because they wanted to, for the character and the script, explore from scratch. But a presentation of the character is already set in stone of the games themselves. You're trying to... That's why I decided not to play. Adding on to that, Kaku emphasized that while their show does continue the legacy of the games, interesting, yet they're making changes, it sounds like. They also wanted to put their own stamp on it. He concludes, quote, I definitely knew the property very well, but I didn't realize the franchise was this globally big. We decided we would make sure we would do our own version, relive the characters, take their spiritual elements, and embody them on our own. There was a clear line we wanted to draw, but everything on the bottom was respect. First episodes of the Yakuza will premiere on Prime Video October 24th, with new episodes following weekly. Now, okay. I've seen some people out there, talk about this. No, I guess not necessarily does everybody need to go to the... Now, I don't know about... No. Fuck that. No. Yeah, you should have an understanding of the material you are going into, at least to some degree. Now, I understand not wanting to be tainted by the performances, but that's what you're going to be running into regardless, thanks to certainly games of a certain age. It was it was kind of a little more easier back in the day with things like Mortal Kombat and everything, because like performance-wise and stuff like that with the earlier games, you didn't have an exact personality to latch onto. So it made things for like the original Mortal Kombat movie, giving these characters a little more of a personality and stuff like that through the performances. And certainly why I did enjoy, I always forget. I'm just sometimes just horrible with names unless I'm using them constantly. But, for Hiroyuki Takagawa, who played Shang Tsung, I mean, I thought he did a great job. While, yeah, kind of hammy and everything, but I think, kind of gave Shang Tsung a bit of that extra smarmy sorcerer's sort of characterization and everything. I thought it was a good way to go about it, and I think they kind of ran with it in some instances within the games. So I think they should probably get an understanding of the characters that they are going to be portraying. They can certainly give I guess their own take or performance, but I mean, you're still trying to adapt, and this is where I think it is just getting to a point of pointlessness for games nowadays, because games are practically movies at this stage of the game. They're practically like TV shows and everything. And Yakuza especially is a game, while it does have quite the serious storyline. It's everything else that is also going on in between that has a little more of like an almost otherworldly kind of thing. It's a little more they have a lot of over the top elements within like the side stories and stuff like that, and that's what also just fleshes out the games a lot more. And I started checking out the Yakuza games myself late in the stage of things. I think around the time the quote unquote final game for Kiryu was going on. And I went back and I checked out, because I saw a lot of people recommending like Yakuza 0, which I do love. I think it has a phenomenal soundtrack, especially. But I enjoyed enjoyed the hell out of that game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love the beat 'em up style gameplay, the different moves and everything that you can earn. Then just the personalities that you run into within the game. just adds to it. Like I said, there's kind of a wackiness to it. Okay, so Yakuza 6 was about where I started coming into the series, but like it was too, I went back and I started playing these games to check them out. Be kind of cautious because yes, localizations and stuff like that, they have done censorships. I didn't quite realize it till a little bit after the fact, but I definitely, I think it's I think it's still a fantastic series. I'd say try and play the originals if you can, especially if you but I liked Kiwami, the which were the basically remakes of Yakuza 1 and 2. But if you are a much more of a classic purist type, yeah, find and emulate the original PS2 games of Yakuza 1 and 2. They're great. But you know, in this regard, this feels like more of this usual Hollywood tier bullshit where they just got to come along. And we've heard this with even other comic book movies and stuff like that, them telling the actors, don't read the source material, don't go near it, yada yada yada, because you know, like it does paint their mindset in a different way of how the characters should be portrayed. You should honor the source material, honor what came before it. So, you know, there was another. Oh, I'm trying to think of another adaptation that was done, and I can't think of it right now. But you know, certainly this feels like more. Oh yeah, I think it was like for like the comic book stuff. It was one of the DC shows. I think that was one with John Cena.
Oh, Peacemaker.
Yeah, they told him like not to read any of the source material and stuff like that. And yet, in terms of like Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool, he supposedly, taking his word for it, got into the source material and embraced the Deadpool character, and that's why we've gotten the movies that we had. And then we do have somebody out there like Henry Cavill, who's very passionate about particular properties that he's gotten involved with, but with The Witcher, he got completely stonewalled, and basically, you know, we went over some of that stuff, some of those articles of how, you know, they just kind of completely gaslit the situation, that trying to portray him in one way when it was probably a completely other, just the fact that he's a passionate guy about this property. And right now he's fighting, I believe, with the company, I think it's Amazon again, with the Warhammer the Warhammer show he's trying to do. I've been hearing some kind of rumblings about that, and that there's some problems going on. But you know, there are some people that, you know, it can in the end, and like was for The Witcher, the best stuff came from even the stuff that he kind of improvised using more of the source material and more of the Geralt character. A lot can be gained from that, and I think it's a big mistake when you ignore the source material. And I just see that happening here yet again, but with the Yakuza series. And I'm just definitely in the position. I don't think Yakuza needs a TV show. Let's play the games. Let's play the freaking games, people. I think that'd be a much better route to go than because that puts you. Yeah.
Well, what's your thought on Borderland then?
I have not gone. I was never. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of Borderlands, anyways.
Okay.
I played a few of the games. They're not bad, but like it is.
They're doing it. Amazon. Is it Amazon doing them? I don't know.
I don't know if they're the ones that did the movie, but yeah, I've heard the Borderlands movie has completely tanked, which is pretty hilarious. But
that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I
saw that freaking, I saw some of the trailers for that shit. It looked like garbage. It looked like hot garbage.
Okay.
I was not going near it. But yeah, like I saw Kabrutus, he'd put out the kind of article where then I found one talking about it. He said, "I'm sorry to say, but it's over, Yakuza bros. Amazon's that's where, like I said, I got that." And I said, every fucking time. Also, who's trusting Amazon at this point? I'll just keep replaying the games. Didn't need a TV show, and that's the fact. I'll just keep replaying the original games for that Yakuza itch. I don't need to go near some TV show to enjoy the story, enjoy the characters. I'll just play the games. So a series to potentially avoid, people. Potentially avoid. It's a shame, but you know, they just have to keep doing this because they are completely I mean, Hollywood's always been creatively bankrupt. They've always been adapting books for the longest time. Then it became other things, comic books. And now, you know, they've been trying to adapt video games slowly but surely. They've gotten a few successes here and there. Like I've said, I love the freaking Mortal Kombat movie. Not a super fan of the Street Fighter movie. No, hell no. The originals, the 90s Mortal Kombat movie. 95. But yeah, you know, no, don't. It's not necessary in my opinion. Play the games, especially with newer games that they're trying to adapt into this bullshit. And I heard there's the swaps and stuff within like the One Piece series. I don't care if the creator, you know, gave the quote unquote okay on certain elements of the story and stuff. They're still going to take reign one way or another over this shit. So stop encouraging it. Stop it. Time to stop. So yeah, that was the other thing.
So you're not gonna watch Borderlands? Got it.
Oh hell no.
Did you play the game or no?
Yeah, I played Borderlands 1 and 2.
Okay. Did you like him?
I mean, I had fun because it was Sheevster and I playing them together, so it was fun for that regards. But like, I didn't give a single crap about the story. I completely forgot about it. Hell, there was a point where we started it up, we got through a chunk of it, a good chunk of it, and then we stopped playing it for about a year, and then we got back to it, finally beat it, and we're like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know who's making the movie. I thought it was Amazon, but probably not.
Oh, so this is the Mandalorian thing?
Yeah, I briefly looked at it. That's what I did too. I was like,
all right, well, how about this? We'll check this out and then go into Stargate.
Let's go.
All right. Hopefully, we don't get dinged on this, but we'll see.
I don't think so because it's somebody recording it.
Well, that's just it. It's leaked, so they potentially don't want it out. We'll see what happens.
Oh, we could have just been. This could be us at D23.
Ah. All right, so we're recapping.
You are in class 2. You are as inspired.
Oh, is that all it is? Is it just recapping the freaking?
No, I don't know. It's not.
My apprentice. I'm a bounty hunter by trade. Now that he's with me, I'll be more selective in my assignments.
Oh, no, here we go. No troopers. So, okay. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, that's right. This is going in theaters. I forgot about that. I thought it was another TV show.
No, but they leaked a season 2, or I'm sorry, it was another season of Mando. So I don't know if it's season 4.
Well, we heard that supposedly Jon Favreau had already had another season written out. So
Yeah. Because I saw they had on the D23, I could be mistaken, but there was this one, and then they showed Andor. So we're gonna get it from what I saw. And I could be wrong.
So wait. Here's the thing. So they have Zeb in this show, but they didn't have him at all in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Even though he was much more tightly tied to Sabine, because of Rebels.
Yeah.
To Hera.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they cucked him out. So it's just so funny that they make these kind of freaking decisions like this.
Yeah. I'm surprised. So I don't know.
It's just a funny thing. It's just so fucking funny. Like, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it's just like, really?
Have we confirmed? Have you heard anything about season 2 of Andor? Because, like I told you, when they were open, they were doing all the different. They were announcing all the things. There's Andor, and then there's Mando, and then they had Mando and Grogu. So, are we getting into season 2 of Andor? Or are we getting into season 4 of Mando?
I don't know. Okay, guys, sorry about this really quick. The chat is not updating in Restream, so I have not seen the conversations going on at the moment.
Oh no.
So give me just a moment while we finish this up. Sorry, I kind of missed what you were talking about.
Well, I said when I watched this D23 this clip, it showed a bunch of the stuff they were doing, like I don't know, Mufasa, all the Toy Story 5. They're doing all the different. They were announcing all the different things, but the two things that I saw was Andor and Mando. But it didn't say Andor season. It just said Andor and Mando, and then it said Mando and Grogu. So are we getting into season 2 of Andor, and are we getting into season 4 of Mando?
I mean, last I understood, they are supposed to be doing that second season of Mando, or not Andor.
Andor, yeah.
Andor. But yeah, because like they I thought they originally planned for more, but then they cut it down to just the second season, and so that's supposed to be going into then season 2 will lead into Rogue One. Yep. So yeah, that's Grogu and Mando. Yeah,
it's just so stupid. Why do a movie if you're doing a show? Like, I don't like.
Well, it's the movie plus then the show will tie into it. Like,
But
either
why?
be the aftermath or
show. Like, I just it's dumb. Just do the show. You don't need a movie. Why do you need a movie?
A tie-in. It's a tie-in. It's gonna tie into all of it.
Why do a tie-in if you're doing a show? Just do another season. Dumb. Doesn't make any sense.
You'd have to ask Kathleen Kennedy and the
rest. Oh, and that's another thing. Is she out? I thought. Did Tim say? I don't know if it was you. You know, every 6 months we get this post. Kathleen Kennedy.
I've been hearing about this. I just think it's more fluff, more bullshit. Don't buy into it.
I did.
I know you did. It's okay. It's okay.
It's gonna bring it up. Or like, is she out finally? Every 6 months.
Oh, she's 6 months thing. No. It's like when they bring up the Rian Johnson fucking trilogy. Every time it's happening, but then it's not. So,
it's happening, guys. No, it's not.
Yeah. They're gonna these dingbats are gonna create these narratives that they want to. They're gonna gaslight people into thinking it's gonna finally happen. It's finally happening now, guys. But then it's gonna not, and then they're gonna be wondering, well, why the fuck? And then they're gonna come up with a new narrative to cover for their lack of actual, news and sources and bullshit like that. So, yeah, like this is what I said on Static's show earlier today. Actually, wait and see what's gonna happen. Wait for the final word on everything, and then you can make your decision. Then you can get hyped or not. But wait, just be patient, see what happens. I can guarantee you, once things are going to happen, they will. But, for now, You got no actual sources. They have no actual names that they want to give for their quote unquote sources and everything. They don't want to actually have proper receipts for their supposed, information that they're given. They just have, oh, well, I was told this and I was told that. Yada, yada, yada. Just wait until it's final, it's confirmed from freaking Disney, Lucasfilm themselves that the bitch is out, but probably, you know what? We're probably going to get somebody worse.
Anna Sarkeesian.
Or
Or the one girl that says that one girl that says I like making men uncomfortable. She's
Right.
a poster child. Or Leslie Headland. Who would be better?
Or Dave Filoni. Who
He's
knows?
not female, he can't do it.
Oh, right. But yeah, just wait. That's that. Thank you, Hitman, for providing that.
Is the
This
chat
is so
working?
bizarre. So this is so bizarre that the chat is acting like this. Hang on. I might disappear for a moment. Hang on. I'm gonna reload things.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he left. Hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he can fix his chat. Ah, he's back. Now he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Okay, no, it didn't fix the chat. Dang it, Restream. And here we just paid you.
Fix the stream.
Motherfuckers. Okay, so let me just I'll just share the window for the chat. So I can at least go over some of the chat. All right. So who knows? It might have been just the one vote, says Everett from it, because Everett's production was wondering. I wonder how 20% could be. Meter Advocate Simone, my favorite cookie is the Aruda cookie, only found around my town, and always artisanal. Interesting. It melts in your mouth, great with coffee. Nice, good to know. Nothing new under the sun. Brendan Tran, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yes, we are having an awesome Saturday, despite some of the slop that we've already gone over. And he says, curious question. Hitman, did you research on the DC villain Batman?
I knew he was going to bring that up, and I thought about it. No,
multiverse comics from the previous. I did remind him yesterday. I left him a note at work, and I called him.
You.
Of course, I told you. I wrote Shoulba.
You were talking about Star Trek.
I'm the only one that's going to be calling you a Shoulba at work.
No, I thought you meant Star Trek. No, that's okay. I'm opening my book now. I'm opening my DVD.
Yeah, exactly, Meter Advocate Simone. How can you know the IP without playing the games? Agreed. Talking about hate spam. Spam is bad. Meter Advocate Simone, also known as evil Asian man in Hollywood.
He, had a fantastic episode. It was season 1, episode 3, Emancipation. I don't know if you remember it.
Let's see. They're talking about whether or not they've traveled to different places. Everest has been to our neck of the woods of Idaho. They're just chatting away up here. That's cool to see. Static 2020. Her contract is over this year. Right. Yeah, that's what some of the stuff that I've been hearing about it. Like it is. I'll wait to see if the bitch is actually out when she's actually out.
No, let's just go over to the Marvel side of stuff.
According to some news, Kathleen Kennedy won't leave Lucasfilm until the fandom admits she's won. I've also heard she won't leave until she gets a win under her belt. So, you hear so many different stupid stories out of all this crap. So we'll just have to, again, like I say, wait and see. My thing is borked. Whoa! Okay, there we go. Static guy, I'm looking at the live chat now. Sorry, sadly to say the chat is not updating still. Okay. Alrighty. So, shall we go into Les Stargate?
Stargate, let's go. What up?
All right. So, for anybody unawares, at this time we watched Stargate SG-1. We are on season 2, episode 8.
Is it it's family. This is a good one.
It's family. It's a good episode. So what I'll be doing is I'll be dropping the link to our Kick channel, to Kick, Rumble, and Odyssey. On those platforms, you can watch along with us. It's the way we've decided to do it because YouTube keeps dinging us on just here. Because even though like what we did before was we invited people into the Discord, they watched it on there. You could hear the audio through the restream, and it seemed to be working. We seemed to be getting away with it. Then slowly but surely, as we went along in later episodes, YouTube started kicking our ass a little bit. And we have people that do watch the replays and also enjoy reading the chat. So to maintain and keep the chat, we decided to start switching over at a certain point for people to still be able to watch. So for anybody that is, let me get the links right now. For anybody that is wanting to, you can jump on over to Rumble, Kick, or Odyssey, and we'll be shutting down the YouTube stream here, but you can join us on those other platforms if you like. There's Kick. Okay, yeah, for some weird reason, the YouTube chat is just blocked. So there we go. I'm dropping it manually over there. I don't know what the heck is going on with Restream right now. Normally, it doesn't do this sort of thing.
Maybe StreamYard hacked it.
But yeah, there are the alternate locations, and we are going to play a clip, and then we'll be switching over to those other places. Hopefully, we'll see you on the other side. Here we go.